Good evening. Welcome to Ultra TV and the Tuesday show.
Really echoey.
It's
There we go.
really
You have the
Okay.
video.
I'm
Play
Ultra
back on.
David.
Hey everybody, I'm Sajam.
Tasty Steve.
And James Chen. How's everybody going?
Don't you usually call yourself jchensor?
No, I always just say James Chen.
Come
I
on,
gave
man.
up now. I mean, look.
What kind of relationship is this?
Here's what I do. I say Ultra David, and then I completely tune the rest out until it's my turn to talk again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
pretty
makes
much.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is, it's like Digital Devil 4GK, right? It just
Oh.
didn't live.
What a name.
It just didn't live.
FRQ.
How could it have named, honestly?
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
we're going to talk all about the Evo Games lineup. I have this shirt on in honor of it, and you know what? It's
I have
some
mine on, too.
contentious stuff in there.
It's a double
Look at
because of
this,
Tekken.
Look at this.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk all about that. That's, I'm sure, going to be the bulk of the show. That's what we're going to lead off with, certainly. Well, we're also going to talk about the Injustice 2 beta, which, if not for Evo, I'm sure we'll be talking about.
That would
because
be the main thing.
That is pretty sick. It's out right now. You can actually play it if you have the beta code. That's sick. We'll also talk about the Genesis 4 results. We'll talk about some other stuff. We'll see, but let's start off with the big thing.
Evo Games lineup.
So today was the day that people will cheer and hearts will be broken and salt will be spilled.
Yeah.
The
Mad
Evo
salt.
Evo 2017 lineup was announced tonight
Yeah.
on a special broadcast at the Red Bull Studios
Yeah.
on Red Bull Esports, twitch.tv/Red Bull Esports, and yeah. There's definitely some interesting things going on in there. There's definitely some interesting things, and before we even start with anything, I always really want to preface this night because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of angry people. There's
Sure.
going to be a lot of upset people. But remember, all the games that got in there have a bunch of fans in there that are happy for their game as well. If you want to promote your game because it didn't make it in there, you know, feel free to be mad that it's not in there. Feel free to say my game is great and everything. Feel free to say we're gonna organize the most kick-ass side tournament ever. But let's I mean, this is a pointless thing to say, but let's try not to take down other games. Like that game didn't deserve to be there. My game deserves to be in there more than this other game. Like
Yeah.
I think it's reasonable to ask people not to say that another game sucks, because I feel like the games that were left out, none of them suck.
they're
You know,
all good.
They're all
Ultra
good.
SF2 wasn't on that list, so it's not the case that all those games, none of them suck.
But what about games like ARMS?
ARMS might be sick.
But we don't even know. What if we play this game and it's like the worst game ever? Now, don't get
Totally
me wrong.
possible.
I hella want to play
That
that
would
game.
be hilarious. Me
Jesus,
too.
I want to
Me
play
too,
that
me
game.
too.
Did you see him running on top of the arm in the fight? I was already in. I'm like, damn, I
Yo,
want to
his
play.
arm- his arms
But
are
yeah,
down.
oh my god, I was
You
so
got
hyped.
the big folk. Yeah, no, it looks cool. It could suck, but it looks cool.
People who played it said it's fun so far.
Yes, indeed. In any case, don't say another game sucks. I do feel like it's reasonable, as I think we'll get into, to say that maybe one of the games, whatever game you want to ascribe this to, maybe like was a questionable decision.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, Nerd Josh did remind me that one year when this fan vote was active, Melty Blood won. And a lot of people didn't even know what Melty Blood was in the scene. And they stepped up and represented their game. So make sure you guys go out there.
Was Melty Blood in the year that it was a vote?
I don't think it was one that was in the vote. When
It wasn't like the big one. It
It
wasn't
wasn't
like
like
the
Right,
big
yeah,
one.
yeah.
The Skullgirls.
It wasn't the
Smash
Skullgirls
one.
Smash
Right,
one.
right,
No,
right,
it was
right.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
okay.
you wanna just talk about the games?
Let's,
I mean,
let's talk
let's
about the
break it
games.
down.
Yeah, let's go
right?
down the
So
list.
I have the whole list here,
Sick.
just because I tweeted it all out one
Great.
by one.
Do you have the order that it was announced?
Yes,
That'd
I
be
do
cool.
have.
Sick.
Yes. So number one announced game is the obvious one. Sorry, Steve. I'm like
No, it's just
baking you. I'm baking you. But yeah, so the number one game, obvious game, Street Fighter V.
Yeah,
5,000
everybody
entrants,
knew that was there.
There's just there's nothing to
Surprise,
say about
surprise.
that. But the only question to ask is, do you think that it can achieve the same 5,000 plus entrants that it had last year?
Ooh, this is a money question. I want to hear you guys' opinion on it.
I would be surprised.
If it did.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it might go down. Maybe like, I feel like maybe 500 or 600 or something like that. Maybe a little. I think it maybe like
a
42.
slight drop.
Yeah,
comparatively.
like 42 to 4,500 would be what I would guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably correct. I feel like a lot of the people who were in there probably registered for the game before they really knew the game very
Because
well.
when they
People
announced
were-
it, it wasn't out yet.
Yeah,
right?
people were
Yeah.
signing up for it before the game was released.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a beta.
Uh-huh.
You could play it, but like
Yeah.
I mean, in any case, definitely people signed up and then they didn't end up liking the game. So I feel like that'll continue to happen. At the same time, there'll be more people because that always happens, right? So like, yeah, but I feel like overall it's probably not going to get 5K again.
Right.
Well, you have to factor in, just to play devil's advocate,
It's gonna
you
get
have
a lot.
to factor in the exposure that it's had since then.
It's true.
I mean, this last year it was on ESPN2, as well as numerous like promotions that have happened, like international promotions. The game, even still, it has grown.
Sure.
So I mean, I feel like it very well could. Like, if I don't think
It's had a lot of promotion.
It's had a lot of promotion.
Good and bad.
Which
I think is the big concern for whether it'll drop or not, right? It's like whether the good promotion outweighs the bad.
Agreed.
Before we get into the next game, though, I do want to should we talk about the fact that Wizard hinted that the floor space is going to be like 2.5 times the size of, like,
he said the Friday Saturday space is gonna be 2.5 times as big or whatever. He said the square footage, but I don't remember what it was.
It was something like ridiculous, like 300,000 square foot or something like that.
And last year it was like 160
and that was
or
in
something,
a small
right?
spot. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like the stage stuff for Saturday and Friday, it was set up really nice. But once Saturday hit, it was packed. Like it was,
it was a huge area.
And it was a really huge area.
Dude,
and it was still really
I had
traffic.
a 1 hour break. I went to go stand in line for some Nathan's hot dogs. And by the time I got my hot dog, my break was over.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous, dude. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and walking from the hotel to the
venue. So it's all in the same place now. It's all in the same place
Dude,
now.
it was crazy. It took so long. And you had to walk through the heat, which is the worst part, right? It was like 100 degrees. And like we're just walking through there, trudging. We're like,
with shirts and ties on.
Yeah, we're all like dressed up or whatever.
Come on, like it's so tough for me to be in a hot situation and not sweat instantly. And then I was supposed to be on TV in front of 1 billion people.
Yeah.
Not literally TV, but you get my point. It's gross pits.
But I mean,
she's like, hey guys, welcome to the
the
Evo top whatever.
I was like this. I was like, hey.
And it's just like squeezing out like an orange.
Dude, next time if that happened again, like now I know, like I would be like, hey David, high five. High five.
Wear dark colored shirts.
The one thing is that to mention about this though is that last year, for the people who went to Evo for the first time, for a lot of people who went there and complained about the space, about a lot of the packed and stuff. Everyone's like, oh, Evo's terrible, whatever like that. You have to understand that they were kind of surprised by the size of it, and they do fix these things. And Wizard,
they're aware of it.
They definitely prepared.
Yeah, Wizard said, look, the things people hated were the how packed it was and different venue. This year, same venue, and now it's a bigger space.
But imagine if 300,000 square feet is not enough this year.
You never know. Evo is a constantly growing thing.
That's one thing I'm concerned about. What happens when it's like, all right, our space is triple or whatever, or double, or whatever it is, and like they just show up and they're like, oh my god.
So 2 things. One, that's a great problem to have.
Yeah,
that
would be
a
crazy.
Great problem to have. And 2, then I think that's when the talks of 4-day, 5-day Evo really.
Dude,
oh, man.
I don't even want to take
or like
that
a really
journey.
expensive ticket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
neither of those options is great, but or just like make it so that you only have so many tickets. And anyway, whatever. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, Street Fighter V, first game in there.
Yeah.
No
Super
surprise.
duh.
No surprise.
super duh.
So number 2 game that was announced. I was surprised that Wizard just jumped right to this for number 2.
I was happy.
I was ecstatic. Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator version
Rev 2?
Rev
Just
2.
now that it's
Rev 2.
Rev 2?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And Wizard was even saying, like, I mean, so they said that that it was going to be released in the Japan arcade in March, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people misinterpreted that, I think, as being released everywhere. But Wizard was saying that they're working with ArcSys directly, and ArcSys, remember how in the last demo, the last time when you pre-ordered, they had that beta that had everything in there? They're probably going to try to do something similar to that, so it'll be in the hands of everybody that wants to play it right away.
Yeah,
I think that's smart. I mean, put like this, that was one of the best. That was one of the best releases for a fighting game like ever, hands down. With the fact that they kept the tournament players in mind, and it still helped the game. It gained so much like. People really loved that game. And the fact that there was so many people, when I reserved it, we were still able to run tournaments on it. Why wouldn't you adopt the exact same thing to bring it back for following year?
Dude, the Guilty Gear Revelator demo had more content than Street Fighter V.
You're damn right.
Like,
yeah.
It really just did. So
the Injustice beta's close. It's getting close.
Yeah. But no, Guilty Gear, I'm super excited about that. And then I'll just announce the next 2 games in a row, which of course are Smash Brothers Wii U and Smash Brothers Melee. To me, no shock that both of them are coming back.
Yep.
And I'm super happy to have both of them back.
For sure. I feel like these are 2 of the big ones.
I am happy to have them back.
Oh, I feel like there's a butt coming in.
Yes.
However, and I made this point earlier, right? So, I was telling James that I think that they should be voted in. Just like they're doing for the charity vote. I think they should ask the community to vote for which game they want.
So just have a separate vote for the Smash community to vote in either Melee or Smash Wii U.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're separate games, however, but I re-thought about this. Okay. Whichever one did not win should just go to the day before. So it's like if Melee wins...
So you're talking about voting for Sunday slot?
Yeah, just voting for Sunday slot.
So both games are in.
Yeah, both games are in, but you have to put one on the other day.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
I mean, so I think that will be good. Same thing goes for...
The other games? Yeah.
For the other games of similar fashion, but I will let you continue.
That's just my thought on that. We'll get there when we get to the Sunday lineup. We will get there when the Sunday lineup. But, of course, look, Melee is always one of the greatest games there at Evo. Last year, the Hungry Box Top 8 Championships was the game that made me cry for 15 minutes.
Dude, we were about to go on live. I'm like, James,
I told you what to do. You got to counter his crying by crying too.
That's not going to help at all.
Because he has to console you. His sadness, you just have to make his sadness go lower than yours.
We're like about to go live, and James is like, "Got a hungry box." I'm like, James, we gotta go live. We gotta talk about.
That's why you keep the trusty thumbnail in your just bam. You oh God, and then he's like, "Oh Steve, say jam, oh man," and then he stops crying.
I feel like that would keep going on. It would be like a cluster cry ball.
That was what
the snowball of crying.
Right?
Yeah, it would be bad.
But Smash Wii U, of course, was the second largest game last year as well. And that community is really, really growing. And not only that, but they were talking about this on the show, the development of the characters and the diversity that is being played in the game right now. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah, it's getting good. It is getting kind of ridiculous.
I mean, look, it felt like for a while that Sakurai's balancing was kind of like, what? But, like, it seems to have worked.
Well, there was some patches.
It's getting there. I ain't going to say it's 100%, but we're...
Yeah, Melee was the 3rd highest last year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, look, you had to have both of those games back. Each one of those was something like 15 to 20% of all entrants.
Yeah,
so
it was like
you had to have those.
Both of them got like, it was like one got 3 and the other one got 2 or something like that.
They were both 2 point something?
Okay. Yeah. But, and then they even said that Smash Wii U and Melee had like maybe a little under 20% crossover between them.
Yeah,
so
not very high.
Yeah, so that's how much the difference is between those two crews of players.
Interesting.
So it's not like you're just putting 2 games for the same people.
Sure, yeah, it'd be crazy to have 2 games by the same developer with a lot of crossover. Anyway, James, what was the next game that was announced?
This one's very cool. Game number 5 announced was the first brand new game that hasn't been there that was announced, and that was Injustice 2.
Yay!
So
I'm super excited
did we expect
about
this?
Injustice 2.
I feel like this
I feel like this was a lock.
Yeah,
I
feel like this is a lock.
This is my jam, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so happy Injustice is there. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this game in general. Like the beta dropping today was just, I don't know what it was, but like I was kind of hibernating the hypeness for Injustice, and then I saw that the beta was out today, and I was like, I'm going to rip everything out of this house until I get a beta code, and then when I get it, I'm just going to sit in my room and hibernate and play. It's sitting there on my console at home right now.
The best part about it, so we were playing it at the ESL, the studios. Like Joshua Gray,
not me, I was not
like
there.
he brought a code, and he's like, here guys, you can play it. And we waited there for like an hour to download.
Yep.
And then it finally downloaded, and then there was somebody there that was the DC equivalent of Tasty Steve over there.
Okay.
Because
somebody who knew
you know all the lore.
Yeah. So what's
you know who that equivalent of that is?
What's the red lantern?
Atrocitus
was in there, and like I was like, why is he puking on? And the guy's like, so this is how it works. The red lanterns are based on rage, and what they're like zombies, and they have this blood that comes out of them. But Atrocitus is like one of the first ones that had like conscious thought, and and I was like, okay.
You know who the actual DC version of Tasty Steve is?
Who's that?
Tasty Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I know enough, but I only care so much, you know? Fair. Like, I think Atrocitus is whack. Don't get me wrong. However...
He looks whack.
Damien
looks...
You guys
We'll get to Damien.
No, not yet. Not yet. All right.
Injustice 2
Alright.
beta.
Just happy
Injustice
it's
2.
not Nightwing.
How many swords do you think he has?
He only has one.
See,
Dude,
oh,
he
the end
left-
of the,
he
of the
But
left
he's a
sword.
ninja.
Yeah, but
Daggers.
he left it
That's what he did.
behind.
Did you
He
see
didn't
him
take it
running?
with him.
He left the
He
sword
didn't
after the
take
super.
it with
Yeah,
him.
it doesn't
You don't
make any
need to.
I'm telling you, it's swords in the ground and he's
Look,
out of there.
he's an
The
angsty,
window.
stupid young teenager.
saying
Okay,
how
He's
much-
the son of Batman. What do you expect?
We'll get there. We'll
All right,
get
okay,
there.
all
We'll
right,
get
all right,
there.
all right.
Swords.
We'll
He's a
get there.
little edgelord. I hate that kid.
We'll get there. But I am super happy that Injustice 2 there because
Me too.
I mean, look, honestly, I guess another game counts as well. But you know, like to have, I'm always glad when Evo has new game, like a
Yeah,
game that
for
hasn't
sure.
been there before. So I'm like really excited about that. So, game number 6 they announced, and this one really shocked me
Okay.
after the game number 2 announcement.
Uh-huh.
BlazBlue
Yeah.
Central Fiction made it.
Cor-
in
That
there.
was
Hey.
super surprising.
I'm surprised, and
Me too.
this is rounded back to what I said about Smash Brothers. Now, even though these games are completely different titles, I feel like the community is stretched far enough where they should just let us vote. And I say us because I'm involved in that community too. Let them vote. Like,
Which game gets on Sunday?
which game gets
right?
on Sunday? I mean, and I feel like that just pushes the community to be more involved with each other. I feel like that's gonna make some people rally behind both games and not just one, and just see that it's just a game. You know
See,
what I'm saying?
I feel like that might split the communities. Like they'll start getting mad. Like if you made the melee, like because the melee and the Smash Wii U community is already butting heads a lot of the times. And if you're like, hey, we have to vote for which one of our game gets on Sunday, like I feel like that means blood is gonna be spilled. Like
I'm
Then
giving
Evo won't have
the
space
community.
problems, so just fine. Everybody will be...
everyone in the
Yeah.
Smash communities are gonna become atrocitus. They're
Yeah.
just gonna be like spitting
Spitting
blood
blood
on
everywhere.
everybody. You know,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was surprised too. I personally, you know this, I prefer BlazBlue. Don't tell anybody. I think it's better.
Wow.
But that's the game that
Right,
I've always
it's a personal
preferred
way.
and the one that I have played.
That's a personal way he decides to drop stuff like this. Just
I've said that before.
I've never heard
I'm
this.
on the record.
maybe
As having
I've
said
just
that.
blocked it out and just
Maybe
that's,
so.
that's probably what happened.
Maybe so. That's the game I
So
prefer.
wait,
But
you-
that said, I was still very surprised to see that both games were in there.
I can't.
Are you having trouble processing this?
I'm trying to crop you out.
Crop
of
him out of the
camera
screen.
Right now. I'm having
Yeah.
trouble doing that right now. So yeah.
That's tough.
But regardless, I am happy that both games just made it into Evo.
Yeah, 'cause this is a new version of BlazBlue.
It's a
so
new version,
it's
and I can tell you right now, looking at these guys playing Japan, I just can't wait to see what happens.
Fun
now.
game, dude. It's a really interesting, really fun game.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, the first Evo I went to was actually the year BlazBlue had the super awesome grand finals.
Oh yeah.
And I went in the morning to get seats for, like, the whole day. So I showed up hella early, and I was like, oh, what is this BlazBlue game? Like, I hadn't really seen much BlazBlue at the time. So I was like, let me watch this. And I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, that's right there where I decided, I was like, all right, every game that comes out, I'm going to watch it to see if it's, like, really sick.
Yeah.
That was, like, that BlazBlue final is the one that converted me from being, like, a fan of my games to trying to be a fan of every game.
Oh, nice.
That's
that was, like, the
Yeah,
grand
yeah.
finals that did it. So BlazBlue being back makes me super happy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I kept wondering to myself, I was like, there's no way 2 anime games are making it in
Yeah,
this
I
year.
didn't
And I
think
was
so.
like, and as soon as Rev 2 was announced, I think even all the BlazBlue community thought that too. Because I remember when they announced Rev 2, a lot of the BlazBlue fans were like, well, shit. Like,
It's been a
It's been a great run, guys.
yeah, but
We're done.
but the fact that they actually put in both games, I think, is super cool. And you know what? It makes me happy because there were years where people would be like, James, do you think Evo, like, why do they only put in one anime game? And I was like, well, they don't have to. You know, they can put in there like, nah, you're full of crap. Like, they would never do that. And
Yeah,
then they did
Jimmy.
it, and I'm like, okay.
I think MarkMan is here.
Oh, MarkMan is
I
here?
think he's here.
Is he bursting into another show tonight?
Dude, is he really going to invade another
I think
show?
so.
Hang on a second.
Oh, he
That
says
bu-
he's near.
Oh,
it
he's
says
near.
near.
Oh,
near.
near,
I says near.
near.
I'll tell you right now, if you want your game at Evo, you just do what MarkMan did. That fool showed
This
up.
dude, MarkMan,
with
just
a
breaking
stick.
and entering and was like, yo, I'll play you
That's the
for it.
third year, and he's on the Evo staff. Why is he breaking into?
He doesn't have to. He's part of the staff.
He
but
lost
he
the keys. He
Maybe
had to
they
break
know
into
that
his own
MarkMan's
house.
gonna do this, and they're just like, look, don't tell him when we're having the meeting. And MarkMan finds out, he's like, buy me a plane ticket now, Nate Monster. Nate gets him a plane ticket. He
No,
comes.
Nate Monster flies the plane.
He flies the plane.
They're in the little.
He's
little
a MarkMan
back-
assist.
yeah,
He's like,
he's
Nate,
got the
man,
goggles.
go. And he's like,
He's flying
and
the
he's
plane.
like,
He's flying the plane, sitting on a phone book.
Yeah,
so that he
Nate
can fly
Monster
the
would
plane.
have the little goggles, and the hat with the
Like
flaps.
Snoopy?
Yeah,
He
Snoopy.
was like-
He's like, flying, MarkMan there, and MarkMan's in the back with the Evo hat and the glasses, and he's like chilling on the side.
And it's like not even a new plane. It's like an old plane, like bang.
And the,
We're getting close to drop off point. MarkMan's
like
putting on his parachute.
The stick to pilot the plane would be an arcade stick, and he'd be flying in
Getting
the
real
dashboard
elaborate.
buttons.
Quite an elaborate.
That's probably how he made
story.
it.
All right. Well, that was super cool. I'm super happy to see that BlazBlue Central Fiction made it in there. And speaking of MarkMan and everything, since he's on his way here, maybe we should wait for him to bust in and be like, I'll announce what the 7th game was.
Right.
Because the 7th game, of course, was, I'm sorry, yeah, it was the 7th game.
Yeah, it was the 7th.
So, because it's Tekken 7. So,
Correct.
you know, so Tekken
Genius.
7 in there, all I can say to that is,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm super happy.
Yeah, I can't. And it gets a
the
Sunday
date.
spot.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
That's-
go!
Steve,
That's-
stop
Okay,
spoiling
alright,
everything.
alright.
That's all I was
buddy.
hoping
Man.
for, by the way.
Come
All I
on.
was hoping for.
So it's gonna come out in June apparently.
Yes, June 2nd.
I didn't
was
know that
announced.
until I watched the show.
Oh, yeah,
Early
they announced that.
2017.
Early 2017.
No, they said they got delayed, and Harada like seriously threw some shade, dude.
Yeah, he
Because he
did.
was like, you know, some other games, some also made by us too, you know, didn't have great releases, and so we chose to delay it to make sure it lived up to
All
the
power to them.
expectations.
I wonder if like
I
they were just
appreciate
like,
that.
we have to delay our game. What's our best line? They're like, I got something.
I
I
got
got
to be
something
a hot
cooked
pile
up.
of garbage, or you
Yeah.
want it to be cooked.
Yeah, yeah.
That was pretty
So-
good.
No, I think that's great. I mean, the game's been there for a couple of years now, and it should be. I mean, it's a
And-
unique game, and it
First
looks
year on
awesome. It's
console.
going to be on console. A lot more people are going to have access to it. Should be much
Yes.
more entered than
And
previously.
dude, so all of the Tekken 7 events that have been going on, the King of the Iron Fist tournament,
Yep.
the Cooperation Cup before, was it? No, not the Cooperation
Cooperation
Cup.
Cup.
It was the Master
Master Cup.
Master Cup.
Cup. That's
Master
what,
Cup.
dude, all the Tekken 7 events have been fantastic, right? And so the game is beautiful.
Absolutely.
The game will, like, slow-mo is going to happen.
Mhm.
People are going to scream.
people are gonna lose it.
Dude,
Dude, can you imagine like
oh,
top 8 at
Dude,
Evo?
dude,
slow-mo.
People are
I,
gonna
I don't
think
even.
it's-
I don't even want to commentate that because
I
if it's
think-
up that
yeah.
high, I'm just go Jesus Christ and just hop on the thing.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
like you with that
yeah.
double KO. And you're like, I actually think that it's the best spectatable game to watch
Right
in fighting
now.
games.
Oh my
I
God.
think it's the,
might be right.
I think
People
it's the best
don't
game
even
to
know
spectate.
how that's gonna affect them. Seeing the slow mo happen. Oh my god.
Even if you never have seen it before, someone's gonna land a hop kick, do a combo. They're gonna both be super low, and then one of them, someone is gonna like,
The audience is just
slow-mo
going to go,
And people gonna vomit. People's heads explode. I'm
Yeah,
telling you right now.
yeah.
Babies are born. People pass out. It's gonna be nuts.
It's good. Tekken
Yeah.
7.
Sorry.
No. I'm just
The way
picturing
James
the
is looking at
babies
me.
being born. That's all I'm trying to do.
I'm telling you, man. I
I
can
just,
see it right
imagine,
now.
I just imagine the baby being born, right? And then the
I
dad's
shall
gonna look
name
at the
you.
baby and then like kick it.
Kick it,
like,
boom.
Kick it like across
Yo,
the-
that trailer
across the
came
street.
out.
That trailer came. Oh
Hey
man.
Hachi's just like, boy, I booted him. It made me want to play Hey Hachi so bad. I was like,
Yo,
this
Heihachi
fool's
is a
G.
savage, man. He
Yeah,
killed
this
his
fool's a
wife,
G.
and then he threw his son in a volcano, and then he threw his grandson in a volcano. This dude is a beast.
It builds
What a
strong
jerk.
immune systems. That's how you get them. They don't get sick.
Immune systems.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
they're dead, so they
You
can't
just
get
let
sick.
you let the
That's one
kids
way to
play
do
in
it.
the dirt, so they
Tekken
have
7 is
strong
gonna be cool.
immune.
But
Yeah,
so look, everyone
same
thought
thing.
there was only gonna be 7 games.
Right.
Everyone thought there was a no.
I definitely didn't think there was gonna be 7.
I definitely did not think there was going to be 7 games.
I didn't think there was good, but that Wizard asked that question one time. He was like, "So you know,
Yeah,
for
they
the
always
7
play
games,
the game,
yeah, I
you know.
Yeah, Wizard
you know,
is.
come on,
But-
Wizard.
8, game number 8. This one also was actually a big shock to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
King of Fighters 14.
Super surprised. I'm not even joking. I legit
Yeah.
told people, I was like, I don't think KOF was gonna make it. Like, I just didn't think it had enough show. I didn't
Like,
think it had
seriously,
enough.
like I can see the KOF community, like they're lying on the table, and this Evo announcement was just like stat.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we'll
good
see.
luck.
We'll see what happens with.
But
the
I am
King of
happy that
Fighters.
it's back.
Yeah,
I'm
It's a
super
great. I
happy
mean,
that
no,
it's
no,
back.
the game itself seems like it's a really fun and interesting game, so it's going to be cool to watch.
That international competition. I mean, I feel like it's one of the better games that draws international competition. In all honesty, watching all these different regions play against each other, I feel like it's a lot more diverse to say like Street Fighter when it comes to like international, because most of the time we get like Japan, Korea, but we get a lot coming in from KOF players. So I'm really excited to see that at least.
yeah, obviously. So I mean, look, KOF had some of the best top 8s
Oh yeah.
Like before BlazBlue, that crazy top 8, like KOF had like 2 of the best ones with Bala for the first year, and then like the chants and everything, the audience chants, and then of course then Reynolds
rocking the America sunglasses that I handed him. Come on, man, you can't beat that, man.
Dude, I was so happy about that too, because I was like, yo, Reynolds, USA. I was like tweeting that. Someone's like, shut up, man. Reynolds is actually like I think he said he was from like Mexico or something like that. And I'm like, dude, look, Reynolds for one, he's not even Mexican, right?
Yeah.
He's Filipino, right? And then I was like, he's representing US. And he's like, no, you're an idiot, whatever. Then he showed up on stream and had the US glasses on. And he was chanting USA. And I just tweeted at the guy, and the guy was like, okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
What a butt.
So thank you for that. If you're the one who gave him
I
the
definitely
shades.
handed him those glasses, dude. Shout outs to Gibby for this. He's like, man, I'm so happy. I'm like, yo, let's see these
All right,
glasses.
Gibby.
Yeah, but this is gonna be pretty cool to see this, because if this can, because look, I enjoy the game. I'm really sad that the community doesn't seem to be,
I think it's a mixture of things. There have been there's KOF competitions almost every weekend that a lot of people don't get to see. The game is still very much loved and very much still played. They just updated. They just had the graphics update that was like 4 gigs or something crazy. They ain't even need all that, but because the game's still good, I don't need.
Definitely needed all that.
I don't need dynamic lighting to do a Super Bowl. I don't need that, but I think it's good.
However many gigs it takes.
The funniest-
it wasn't enough gigs, I'll tell you.
I mean, look,
Probably not.
from what people say it looks better in motion. I haven't seen it yet.
It
but
does. It does.
It just looked like somebody was like, hey, look, I can put more light sources here.
It's whatever. I mean, who cares, honestly?
Okay,
it's just,
fine.
it's I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about this when we go over, what the issues with the lineup were.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
I like the shirt, dude.
He is mad salty.
Yeah,
Look at
he's
him
mad
go.
salty, man.
Look at him go.
Here we go.
Dude, I had a salt meter during my Dark Souls stream.
stream.
I need to put that on here for David right now. So. Now here's
I'm not that salty, but yeah.
here's where the monkey wrench was thrown in.
Yeah, this
Right.
is crazy.
So they was like, we're gonna have a 9th game, and I was like, man, this is where all hearts are broken,
Killer
right?
instinct.
But then he said
Killer
that
instinct.
they were going to run it back, and I was like, yo, they're gonna put Skullgirls in there, because he was referencing that
Mhm.
vote. But then he's like, nope, we're gonna do another player's choice vote,
Mm-hmm.
and they put 9 games possible in there.
Dang, which ones are that?
And dude, the list is like the
Quite a
most.
list.
Yeah,
Like,
I couldn't believe
what
it.
the heck is going on list that I've ever seen. So here's the ones that like you see it and you're like, okay.
Okay.
Right? So Mortal Kombat XL. Makes sense, totally. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Right? Okay.
Scary.
Awesome. Killer Instinct.
For sure.
Right? Skullgirls, because that needs to get
For
run
sure.
back, right? Super Turbo, yeah, that's because that's seen as a pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is so Pokken has a chance to try to get back in there again, and then Arms.
See, honestly, dude, I thought the Arms was gonna be legit nice.
Just the normal game.
I thought
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
What do you mean why?
Because
it was like-
was gonna be
I
Because
thought it
they
was
did
like
Pokken last
Pokken,
year.
yeah, I thought it
That's
was the same
exactly
thing.
why.
I thought
I
it
think
was
it's
the
a lot more clear cut that Pokken is a lot closer to fighting game.
I mean, not that I would have been stoked about it.
But, like,
That's just what I
dude,
expected them
okay,
to do.
okay.
Did you
alright.
see the chat was like basically spammed with "It's not Evo without Arms."
Oh,
Like,
it's just because somebody posted that at the start and then everybody just
right,
copy
and then
pasted
it's
it
just
over
that
and over.
stupid thing, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But that was kind of like, I really honestly didn't think that was going to show up at all.
I didn't think it was gonna show up either.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, if it shows up, that adds a whole new console that they have to get. So like, I just didn't feel like that they were like, let's do this right now, right?
Okay.
And that's if they get one. I mean, think about it. Nintendo announces only 2 million.
Yeah, that's
and,
true.
And like I said, GameStop immediately started yo, we can't give you we can't honor that pre-order because we don't have
Right.
enough.
Yeah.
Nidhogg
Okay.
was the
Nidhogg.
8th one
Yeah.
in this list.
Yeah.
Nidhogg, if you guys don't know what it
That
is,
was
it's
crazy.
a retro 2D Atari 2600-ish, like ColecoVision-ish graphics of a sword fencing
It's a
kind of
fencing
game.
game.
Where-
It's really
Your
fun.
sword.
Where you're
It's mad
basically
fun,
two
yeah.
people are trying to get to the other side, and you're trying to keep them
Yeah.
from good. It's
There's
actually a
hazards
pretty
and-
sick game.
You
Can you
can
imagine
throw-
if that
you
game
can
was
throw the
2
knife.
out of
Yeah.
3? That would take so long.
The mind
Good,
games,
yeah.
the mind games in that game are pretty serious. There's a lot of cool things.
I'm
you
with
can do
you,
in that
dude. I
game.
think it's fun.
It's just,
Cool game.
I just was. There's no way I would have expected that.
Indeed.
But of course, the 9th game, Like Nidhogg, I can be like, okay, fighting game.
Okay.
But the night game, Windjammers.
Look, Windjammers is like a perennial FGC favorite.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Everybody in the
It's
FGC likes Windjammers.
And
Are
there's
you even shaking your head?
I love Windjammers.
That's what I'm saying.
Should
Everybody
it be
likes
on
the
the
game.
list though?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Maybe not. But it's a really popular game among the FGC, and it's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
They
redoing
just
it.
had the remake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, like Windjammers to me, it's like it is. Windjammers is basically like Pong, advanced Pong.
Yeah, it is. It's like
Right?
Super Pong. I'm alive.
Right. Yeah. And so
You don't think it has footsies?
I don't know. You know what? To be honest with you, I've never played Windjammers.
Does tennis have footsies?
Tennis have footsies.
Tennis
Tennis have footsies.
I think tennis kind of has
Yeah,
footsies.
it does
Tennis
have
definitely
footsies.
have
It does
footsies, man.
footsies. Yeah.
Windjammers might have footsies.
Although I will still say this, no tennis video game ever created has been correct. If I made a tennis video game, it would basically be the best tennis video
I
game.
knew
So
you
what
were
about
gonna
virtual tennis? You didn't like virtual tennis?
No, every tennis game has one.
It'd be the best tennis game. All everybody says
Every
it's like the best tennis game.
every
the
tennis
best
game
tennis
has
game.
one fault.
Okay.
One massive fault
Okay.
is that you don't have to pick between left or right. Because the entire essence of tennis is based on that. So if I'm standing right next to the net and you're going to hit it this way or this way, I just hit an A button. The game will choose for me to go left or right.
Right.
That is like completely antithetical to the actual game of tennis. If you want to make an accurate tennis game, you have to choose between left or right. Because when you're at the net and okay,
When you're at the
I'm just
the
trying.
net,
I'm trying to.
you don't
extend
need to
this-
change your head.
In Wayne Gretzky's hockey for the N64, there was a spot on screen where if you shot the puck from there, 100% goal success rate. That's not actually how hockey is.
Yeah.
It's not actually accurate.
Game's broken.
That's not actually how the game of hockey is. But all right.
Okay. Any case,
Point made.
those are the 9 games
Great
that
game,
that are potential for voting.
8 games for sure, and then 1 voted in.
Yes.
Is a weird way to do it, but I guess it kind of makes sense.
So what games do you guys feel definitely should have made the list? Like if what's your top 7 games?
I definitely would have had Marvel and KI in there.
Marvel and KI instead of.
BlazBlue and KOF.
Dang.
And I just got through saying I prefer BlazBlue, but I see that it's not played as much as Gear is nowadays. So I think I would have done that. I think the crossover among those two scenes is huge, Gear and BlazBlue, and I don't have anything against KOF. Seems like a perfectly fine game.
You said
But
seems. That's
I feel like
spotty word choice there, David.
I feel
Just
like
say
I
it.
know 4 people who play it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I don't know. I mean, it's hopefully in other places it is.
Oh, I think
Mark is
okay.
here. Hopefully in other places
I'll be
it's
right
played
there.
more than it is in the U.S. Because in the U.S. it is not getting that kind of rep.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just really not. SoCal was one of the hubs of the KOF scene, and KOF 14 is like not even at Wednesday Night Fights.
Yeah,
a
there's
lot.
like no local.
I don't know, dude. I feel like that's like a tough one to justify, to be honest.
So you said instead of BlazBlue and KOF, you would put in KI.
Like I definitely would have
And-
Marvel in there,
and Marvel.
but I would say Marvel before KI probably.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
but yeah, I think those two. Marvel. There's never not been a Marvel game.
And I feel like this is one of the reasons I want Marvel in is because it would be the perfect transition from
Me too. I
from
feel the
3
same way.
to Infinite. Like
Right,
yeah.
like who's the last Marvel
World
3
champion.
champion?
Exactly.
Right.
Because it's definitely done when Infinite comes out.
that's one of
Yeah.
my things. Like I
Like
even
it could have been like is KBR or Justin or Chris like whatever.
Who's the final
Who wins the
Evo
last
champion?
one? Who potentially gets 2?
this
you
is
know
like
what I mean?
epic.
Yeah, who's
think
the
about
repeat?
the touch and go. The fact that Chris G came back and finally got himself an Evo title, and everybody thought that was donezo. They was like, "That's it."
There is no repeat champion. For
In
Marvel.
There's
Marvel,
not.
there's not a
That's the
repeat
most
credit.
amazing thing in the world to me. Like
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
That's why for sure I would want Marvel there. Because to me, it's like if you asked me a year ago, I would have been okay with last year's Marvel being the
Whoa,
last.
before you go into your explanation,
Uh-huh.
what are your Evo games? Like he
Oh.
gave us his
So yeah, I definitely have Marvel on my list.
Marvel instead of.
Probably KOF.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, so I definitely would have Marvel on the list because to me, if you asked me a year ago, I would have said no. Like,
Okay.
oh yeah, I was fine with it being the last game. But with Marvel Infinite announced, I feel like that kind of leads there to be one more year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like with the announcement of Infinite, I was like, there should probably be one more year.
I feel
And
like
it still
perfect.
gets enough numbers at events to justify it being there. It's still one of the most entered games, right? At most events.
And you still have people rising into the ranks.
People are still playing it for real and like getting better. Yeah, there's like changes happening.
JD
Like,
went into, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Like I totally would have put Marvel in there, and the game I would have taken out is Tekken 7 because Tekken
Man.
7 does not deserve any spot in there whatsoever.
You're crazy.
Okay, I just wanted to get that out of him. I just wanted to get that
and
out
then
of him.
I definitely wanted KI there. Obviously,
course.
like
Okay.
you know, I mean, it's got a season and more characters are coming out, right? Kilgore came out, and there's still 2 more character slots, so stuff is still being added. It's had 3 years at Evo already,
2
and
or 3, yeah.
yeah, it's had multiple years at Evo already, and like to me, it's like one of those things where it's like, it's got 1 more year
Look,
left.
man,
There's still
KI
content coming out.
KI came out in 2016. All right, for
For a
most
lot of people.
for most
people.
humans.
Right.
Yeah,
Right, KI came out in 2016.
Those Neanderthalic beings who had the
If
Stone
you
Age
bought the
device.
other one, I mean, fine, but
Dude,
yeah, it
there's
was-
one sitting right
That's
there.
all I got,
and it's
okay?
big enough to be the table
look at
for
this
your
monstrosity.
tablet.
Yeah, it's
It's-
underpinning my tablet right here.
Yeah.
So like it's like relatively recent. It is doing better. It's not gonna reach as many entrants as the other games.
Obviously.
Like you have to admit that up front.
But it's grown
But
every
it
year.
will. It has, and I feel like it definitely outdraws KOF. Like basically everywhere.
I think so too.
Instead of what game, though?
I just wanted it to be the 9th game.
So you just wanted it to be the 9th game. You didn't
Yeah.
want to
So
take
you don't-
any
so
other
the
game.
player choice is
Everything
gone.
else is fine. You just
Player
wanted to
choice.
be the
Okay,
9th
okay,
game.
that
yeah, I'd
makes
be
sense.
fine with that.
Okay.
Just keep BlazBlue there.
What about you, Stevie?
Well,
Hey,
in
you're
all
over here
honesty,
being judge, jury, and executioner.
I'm not, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a cop out on this one.
Oh, you asked this question and you're gonna cop out on it?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Did you just do that?
I'm not gonna cop out. I'm not gonna cop out. But I will say I'm gonna
Wait, let me
hold
guess.
true to my
Let me
original
guess. Your
statement.
last spot is gonna be a tie of 3 games.
No.
He's got a 5th place.
Listen. I would hold true to what I said before. I would ask 2 communities to vote. I would say, hey, we're gonna take out 2 of these games. I would have put KI in, and I definitely would have put Marvel in. So Keats, don't be mad, because I personally feel like KI should be on the list anyway. So I would honestly, I would just push the days. I would say, hey, look, Smash, you guys vote for your game. BlazBlue Gear, you guys vote. You open up 2 more slots, you push it, and then you spread them out on the days. That's my personal opinion.
So, and Filament asks a really good question
Sure
here. So
does.
numbers are one thing, but what do you guys think about which games are the best spectator games? Do you think that
Right.
that's an important consideration?
Oh,
as
yeah.
well?
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I think so, but that just means to me that Marvel and KI get even more of a nod.
Yeah.
Because they're super good spectator games.
Marvel especially.
I feel like
Yeah.
KI is not a good spectator game at
No,
all.
you don't think so?
Negative.
I think community-wise, KI is a good spectator game because if you know anything about it, you can watch that and be entertained by it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I thought
my-
I had
I think
super
it's a lot of fun,
entertaining
but,
top 8s.
Well, the thing about
Well, if you know
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
game, but
uh-huh.
like for example, this year, if you haven't seen the game before and Gargos is flying around, you know, what's
and
going
then
on?
and
cool
then
looking.
Literally, what's going on?
definitely
Yeah,
cool
it's
looking.
No,
It's
I
cool
like
looking.
the game. Obviously, I play it.
Right,
Just I
and-
feel like it's very difficult to watch if
and
you
then the,
don't know it.
And then the
I
combo
think you
breaker
brought your
system.
pouty today. I don't like pouty David.
It's the shirt.
The-
Do you
the-
see the
the-
shirt I'm wearing, Steve?
I'm sorry, man. This is too much. David being extra. Look, man. I
Yeah, because the biggest problem in my opinion with Killer Instinct is the combo breaker system. It's hard for people to process properly.
I think so. It's hard for people to understand it, but in a way, I think it just creates cool moments. Like,
Yeah,
even if you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know what it
Uh-huh.
does, when someone's about to die and there's a combo breaker,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
just like, oh my god, what's happening?
And
right?
counter
Like,
breakers are
yeah,
like
same
one of the
thing.
most
There's-
hype
it
things.
creates
Yeah.
those instant hype moments. It's kind of like Tekken 7 slow-mo, where it's like, it just creates a cool moment every time it happens in like a clutch situation.
But I do feel that it's very commentator dependent.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to be explained
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And if that's happening, then I think that it can be really good for a spectator, and if it's not, I think it is not good.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
There's also not a lot of KI commentators.
True.
There's very few people who are KI commentators who can explain that kind of stuff.
I feel like BlazBlue is not that easy to watch. Again,
It's
these are
definitely-
games that I really like. I like BlazBlue a lot in KI, but I just feel like that if you don't know what's going on, that it's not easy
Same
to
thing
just
goes for
check it
Guilty
out
Gear.
and watch.
If you don't know what's going on, slow motions and yellow circles and purple circles, you're gonna be like, I don't even know what's going on right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
Some
it's
guy getting beat up in the corner and
you,
does
it's
a lot of
definitely
life.
dependent.
And
just
Steve's
like
yelling.
that. Yeah,
It's
if
like-
it was me up there, trust me, it would not be. You wouldn't even be able to understand what was happening. But on the same note, I 100% agree. A lot of that is kind of like coincides with how much information you're getting just watching it on, say, a stream. So if you don't have somebody sitting back there that knows exactly what's happening and how to display that or describe that to other people, it definitely takes away from the spectatorship of the game. So
Right.
I mean, for me, look, I wanted Marvel back. I really wanted Marvel back, and in fact, I even said this to you before the show started. Like, even if you basically said, "Here, James, here's $100. You have to donate to one of the 9 games," I would like. Would I like? It feels like a no-brainer that I would pick Super Turbo, right? But I just feel like the Super Turbo community is so good at the side tournament.
I would not pick Super Turbo.
I would not put it in Super Turbo. I would actually put it in Marvel. Like, that's the game that I want the most in there. Because
I think I agree with
for
that.
a lot of the same reasons that you guys said, because we're leading into Marvel Infinite. And again, it's crazy to me that there's no repeat champion. And I feel like the chances of that happening again are kind of low. Like, I feel like one of those
got to repeat,
like,
I think.
But that's the best though. That's the best feeling in the world.
Like,
Justin said he would train if Marvel made it back in.
And so would Champ. Now, can you imagine? Like, and then if Chris G hears that and he just got signed
it's
by
the last
EG,
time,
and he
and
got
that's the
signed by
3 champions,
EG, and like he'd be like, whatever. And then came Blue Rivers, like, nah, I'm just gonna H you guys to death. You know, like, that's like,
just
that's
imagine that.
Imagine.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, we all want Marvel back.
I wouldn't pick Super Turbo. So your list of games that you want in, other than the fan vote, like, does it accord with what Evo actually went with?
Like I said, the only one that I would put in is probably UMVC3 and
take out.
Oh yeah, you got to take a game out, dude.
I hate saying it, but I would take out KOF.
Yeah.
Just there's no support local, like in local scenes.
I mean, it's too bad, but
yeah.
Okay, so then let's talk about the fan vote. Okay.
Okay. Look, let me establish a bunch of the rules that they mentioned in here as well. So, because I want to
also should mention which games are on Sunday and which games are not.
Yeah, we'll get to that, because that's where the shirt comes into play, right?
Yeah.
So
part of it.
The interesting parts is, one, you only have 2 weeks to vote.
Yeah.
This is only going on for 2 weeks. So in other words, you know what? I personally think this is super smart.
Yep.
Because if you make it only 2 weeks to vote, no one can be like, okay, let's run this tournament and like donation funds. Like, it's too short of a time to have that kind of consideration get in there. So it's really just going to come down to the people voting for this 2 weeks. Every individual who votes, and I don't know how they're gonna do like checking multiple accounts with multiple emails or whatever like that, but every person has a 10K limit that they can donate to it. So nobody can just come along, like Mark Cuban can't come along and be like, I like KI. And then
that sucks, man.
I think you can. You know,
yeah, you wouldn't turn them away.
Yeah.
Look,
that's
we can
true.
make this work.
Sure, if Mark Cuban said that, I think we would all be okay.
Yeah, it gives me 10K.
You can donate your own 10K.
Gives Nikki 10K.
But they actually said that they will go and check every donation, and if any one of them is a corporate donation, that automatically disqualifies that game. Now,
so respect.
I hope like no corporation's gonna be like, well, then I will donate 1,000 to each of the other games. You know, like
Microsoft. Let's talk later.
Dude, right? This is the fighting game mind games that I have right
break
here.
The fighting game, the meta never stops in the fighting game community. Another savage day.
The coolest thing that they said is that they really want to reward the game that made it in there.
Yeah.
So no matter which of the 9 games in there makes it in there, one, it'll open up Sunday.
Yeah.
So it'll be the first game on Sunday, and the second thing is there's an automatic guaranteed $10,000 pop bonus on top of whatever it gets through its entries.
Yep.
Very cool.
Super awesome.
Yeah.
To let it open Sunday is a genius idea.
I really like it.
Because like a lot of games always kind of feel shafted by the the early slot on Sunday, right? They're like, oh, our game should have been later.
I didn't even
But
think about
to give it to a game that might not have even been there anyway, that like
They'll
their
be so
community
happy.
already,
Shut up.
they're gonna be
Throw
like,
the pacifier at them. Like, yo,
they're gonna be like, morning, I'll see you guys all there.
Yeah,
like, it's gonna
be
be
over
sick.
Starbucks.
We finalized that 30 minutes before the show.
Genius.
Wow.
Serious?
That was a good
Wow.
idea. That was a good
That's
idea.
smart. That was a really smart idea, regardless.
No,
Nice
makes
call.
A lot of
Genius
sense.
idea. Genius
Nice
idea.
call.
So we just had the voice from the heavens just
Yeah.
let us know that was finalized like 30
Thank
minutes
you.
before the show. Yeah, thank you, blessed base 23 God.
Yeah.
So, do you want to know how the games are doing so far? Because
I
the votes
actually-
are live.
I
Oh, you
have
brought
the-
it up
I have
yourself?
the list. Yeah, I have the
Okay,
list.
cool.
So you want me to put it on or just read it out?
Just read it.
Okay, so currently in the lead Oh wow, there's 2 games neck and neck right now.
Oh.
Sure are.
The game that's in the lead right now is Ultimate
Marvel
vs.
Marvel
Capcom
3.
Probably just because of us and our show right here, because of our great justification. No, just kidding.
That started immediately, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, somebody donated like 1,000 right off the bat or
It's
something
at
crazy.
$2,786 from 53 donators right now.
What?
And number 2 currently is Killer Instinct, which has $2,472 from one donator by the name of Sajam. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's 63 donors.
63 donors.
$2,472.
Brandon Alexander tweeted that. He said, well, there's a $10,000 limit, so I guess I'm only giving KI $10,000 for Evo.
Damn.
We'll see.
Yo,
Like-
Brandon making it rain?
I was
Hey,
like,
yo, Brandon
arcade
making
must
it
be doing
rain.
pretty well over there.
Combo breaker.
And it looks like Marvel was in the lead. Combo breaker.
So he's gonna have base win Evo, and then he's gonna collect all the winnings, and he'll break it. You know what my theory was? My theory was that Skullgirls was gonna win.
So did I.
I don't.
My theory
It's,
was
it's
that
at
right now.
480
But
right
you know
now.
what?
It's
It's
super low,
it's
but
just
it just
starting.
started.
Like Mike Z is gonna start doing some tweets pretty soon.
Mike Z
But
sleep right
third
now.
Third place actually right now is Pokken
Interesting.
at $1,742.
I saw Milne, the Pokemon player at KIT,
Yeah.
and he was like really bullish about the year coming up for Pokemon. He thought it was gonna go really well. He was like really excited
Okay,
about it. So
okay.
he says the scene is growing.
Well, it's gonna start with Evo apparently, huh?
Well, fourth place right now, Windjammer.
Windjammer.
Wow.
Windjammers is at $1,090.
Who's gonna commentate Windjammer's top 8 at Evo?
Dude,
Anybody.
probably Gibby, right? Like Gibby, he's already done a top 8, so why not?
That's true.
Let's just
He
put
did
it-
a great job.
I'm telling you right now, if Arms wins, I'm definitely commentating.
I
I'm
would be so
100% down for commentating. I'm gonna have
I
my
wanna do Arms.
wacky inflatable arm. I'm like, yo, come
let's
commentate like
just
this.
commentate the
I'm
whole
like, yo,
time.
this is crazy.
Well, guess what, guys? In 5th place is Arms at $975.
I want to commentate Arms so bad.
Dude,
It
I'm
looks so
just,
sick.
I don't even know why I'm hyped. Somebody tweeted me and they were just like, yo, Steve, you got to commentate on. I'm like, what is this nerd talking about? And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was so amazed. And then the running on the, okay, all right, I'm
Yeah, it
done.
looks super cool, man.
6th place right now is Skullgirls at $480.
Okay.
Oh my God, I just saw Mortal Kombat.
7th place right now
NRS is
is
like Injustice.
7th place
Yeah.
is Super Turbo at $358.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
8th place
From only 7 people, by the
yeah,
way.
from 7 people. right,
those
right.
old
Uh-huh.
ST people. You know,
So
they
it was-
gotta know.
They have jobs and
We do
careers.
it piggy book.
It was
Yeah.
Eugene,
I got
Tanya,
cash.
Karopi, Silent
really.
Stove.
James.
Yeah, I already said I put my money in Marvel. Did I not say? Okay, 8th place right now is $35 from 3 donors for Mortal Kombat.
Last place.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah. The hardest thing about this is based on this first day, people who want to vote for MK will come here and go like, oh no,
Yeah,
there's no
they
chance.
just scram out of there, right?
Yeah.
Sonic Fox has got to come in and
Dude,
slide some winnings
right?
over there if he wants
That'd be
it.
so smart.
Because then he could win it back.
Invest it. Oh,
And
it's
he
like an
would get it
investment.
all back.
That's cheating.
That's
You
my
guys
theory.
need to make a
My
rule
theory-
about that.
my theory-
That's cheating, dude.
Here's
That
my
is
theory.
See,
cheating.
this is the problem with fighting game players.
This
Is
is-
we
that
try
was
to
my theory.
game the system way too much.
Investment.
Here's my
Genius.
theory. My theory is that Sonic Fox does one of two things. He puts his 10 grand in either Schoolgirls
Oh.
or
He can do
Mortal
both.
Kombat, whichever has the best one. Like, he's going to win Injustice anyway, so he's going to have a nice
It's true.
piggy bank right there, right? So he's going to win Injustice and then double up and win whatever game has a $10,000 pop bonus plus the entry numbers. And so he's going to go about even there, maybe, right? He should probably go even there.
That's another
Whatever he
semester
votes
of
for.
college, right
That's
there,
what I'm
friends.
saying. He
That
just
guy's
needs to
too
double
smart,
up,
dude.
boom.
He has to be stopped.
Yeah.
Echo
Okay.
Fox, if you need like a consultant of some kind, you know who to talk
Someone-
to. I'm
someone-
gonna make sure your boy gets paid.
So our man on the scene, GTO Akira here, actually said that Sonic Fox sounds like he's pushing Skullgirls.
That's what I figured.
That makes sense.
Okay. Well,
Skullgirls
ninth
is an
place.
awesome game.
Ninth place is $30 from 2 donors. So they're only $5 under Mortal Kombat. So they're in there.
They're
Is
chilling.
Nidhogg. Is
Mhm.
Nidhogg.
Yeah,
On
those
the other
are
hand,
both
they have a
so far.
third as many donors, so
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna
big difference.
refresh here. Well, I just refreshed,
Two-thirds
and
is
Marvel
about
has
that. A
actually
third
built
less.
up a bigger lead now.
Well-
Marvel is at almost 3,000, and Killer Instinct is at almost 2,500.
Well,
For me, I'm rooting for both of those games.
Yeah.
But I feel like if KI loses, I'll be less sad than you probably expect because I feel like if KI loses there, Combo Breaker is Evo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
Oh
plan.
yeah.
If
for sure,
KI
for
doesn't
sure.
make it to Evo, all in on Combo Breaker as the main tournament to KI. Just show up,
Right.
show up 600 deep to there
And
instead of
KI
Evo.
World Cup also.
KI World Cup.
KI
right?
World Cup is happening, so it's not like KI is gonna
There
get
ain't
any
nothing.
shortage.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that I want to see. I personally, I watched all of Evo last year. I was on the stage for it, so I was watching most of it anyway. But that way was so hype. I was even watching the off-stream matches. It was really good. It's just
Dude, some
fun
of the best
game.
matches happen off stream. Like for KI,
Fun
it was,
game.
it was crazy. It was a wild time.
Well,
Do you want to go? So I don't know. Let me just say this. I really don't think MK should be on that list.
really?
Yeah, I really don't
So
think.
you
MK should
actually
be on
don't
that
think
list.
that MK, even though that I know you like MK,
Indeed, I do.
but you just think
Disgusting.
Injustice is just gonna wipe it off the.
Pathetic.
Blowing it away. Well,
Yeah.
it's dead.
That's
Really?
how NRS games are, man.
It is super dead.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just okay.
That's
so
just how it is, man.
Oh, you mean when one game just completely erases the
It's
other
like
game?
the
Other
rest
ones are
game.
dead.
You mean like Tekken? That's always happened in the world of Tekken. Every
But these
time
are
a new
different.
game
But
comes
these are
out,
di-
these are
different
different
games.
IPs.
they're different IPs, but it's the same company.
Right.
Yeah, but it's
So
not
that-
like
that's
Tekken
why people
6
treat it
and
like
So
that.
Tekken
that's like
7
saying
or
that's
Tekken
like saying
2.
Soul Calibur 4 replaces Tekken, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it was more like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Granted.
It's more like
But,
it.
but yeah, I mean, look, NRS has a very obvious cycle. They put up games out every 2 years. It's always even in like the same month, literally.
Yep.
So you completely over Mortal Kombat XL?
No, I love
Wait,
the game.
Mortal Kombat. What is that? Is that what is
I
Mortal
really like
Kombat XL?
MKX.
Never
Mortal
heard of-
Kombat XL has gone to the same planet that Nash has gone.
Yes. It is,
Remove
it
the
is
links
super
from
dead.
under it.
So let's just say, like, what if they came out with another combat pack? What if they pull the KI and say, hey, we're
Definitely
gonna
not
add
gonna
it?
do
Still
that.
no? What if they did though?
Then I would be surprised. I don't know. It'd be a weird universe. It's like a weird timeline. That NRS all of a sudden started doing
it's
that.
An alternate fact.
Those
Is that what it
DLC,
is?
those
It's
DLC
alternate facts.
characters, those DLC characters would all be broken, but
Yes.
not at Evo.
Yeah,
they'd be
yeah,
broken
that's
somewhere else.
So no, I really think that the way that the NRS scene works, which is unfortunate, but it
It's just the way
actually
it is.
works this way, is that when a new game comes out, everybody just believes the old one and it is super dead.
Yep.
So I don't think that MK should even been on that
Interesting.
list.
Okay. Well, apparently
ST, I also don't
everybody
really
else
think
on
so.
the planet except for 3 people agree with you, David.
Yeah.
So-
Like my actual favorite games on that are ST and MKX, but I don't think either one should have been there, to be honest. Yeah.
Rooting for KI and.
Yo, what if there's a tie though?
That's
Dude,
super
if that
unlikely, but-
happens, dude.
Down to
that'd
the
be
penny.
down
Oh,
to the
that'd be
penny.
sick.
I think you go with the one that has more donors.
Oh, is that how it works?
More people? Yeah.
More-
I think,
more
I-
humans.
I think-
Okay,
I think
alright,
that-
alright.
But what if that's tied?
Oh man, see
I'm
now you're just
I'm
getting into the
I'm
impossible.
I'm
Right?
kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, as if your first question wasn't already impossible.
And then he
Steve.
kind of like backed out of it and everything.
Yeah,
this
that's
guy
true.
Steve's a cheater.
Yeah.
I mean, look, El Trouble about ST. ST has been at Evo in many different situations. We have Tournaments of Legends. There's established side tournaments run by like you and other folks. And I don't really see the need for Evo to run it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like
That's why I
ST's
wouldn't.
gonna be there.
That's why I wouldn't.
We're gonna
put
have
money
a
in it,
side
'cause, like,
tournament.
They're gonna be amazing. They're gonna have an amazing side tournament. Those guys are doing a fantastic job keeping their game alive. And in fact, yeah, I mean, I would. Like if I had to pick between ST and Vampire Savior being in that thing, like I would almost want Vampire Savior.
I think so too, just because it's less
just
less
because it
seen.
doesn't have that prominence, you know. And plus USF2 is coming out, which could change a lot of.
What do you think about it not even being on this list?
I'm happy.
It's the right call.
It was 100% the right call.
Can you imagine them up there playing for 10
I
grand?
didn't want to wait for the rest of you guys to answer. I just wanted to say it. It's the right call.
Yeah,
Nah,
I agree.
man, I think that game's gonna be cool to be played in my house. Not,
I think it'll be cool when we're waiting at LAX for our flight.
I think it'll be.
I think it'd
dope
be
then.
sick when you gotta take a dump and you gotta go play.
Dude, can you imagine if you were playing someone online and you're both taking a dump at the same time?
Oh, is there
Like-
voice chat?
Yeah, dude, it'd be like
Take this
it'd be like
deep
a dump.
Oh, God.
It's like a dump.
These
match,
apple
like
cores
instead
are
of a
moving
money
through me,
match,
man.
it's like a-
Never,
it's like-
ever touch David's Switch controllers. For the record,
Don't
never
do it.
go near them. The amount of bacteria.
I got a special pot stick. Come on.
Okay,
A
so
pot stick, I call it.
let's take a break.
The
'cause
stream's gone to
this
the
is-
toiler.
the stream
toiler.
is now playing USF2 right now because it is taking a dump.
Oh,
so let's
no.
What
take
about
let's take a break, and when we come
Sunday?
back, we'll talk about Sunday.
We'll do that.
Okay. When we come back, we will talk about Sunday. We will be right back, guys. We will be right back.
What kind of Neanderthal are you?
Welcome back to the Tuesday show where every day is Christmas.
Yeah, dude.
I get a stick. He gets a stick. I'm not sure if you got a stick. He said you're getting a stick later.
That's right.
There we go. Yeah, we all got.
Everybody got a stick almost.
All of us have
What mugs did you get?
Look, all of us have.
No.
All of us would gladly, jump on MarkMan sticks when he actually has a chance to deliver some to us. So,
I didn't bring it up, sorry.
Gross.
There's more coming.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even ask for this for Christmas.
Yeah, dude.
I've never asked for anything for Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't celebrate Christmas, but I appreciate it.
Neither of us had PS4 sticks
Yes,
before.
true.
I was gonna play the Injustice beta on pad. That was my.
And someone actually said on there, yeah, MarkMan is giving me my stick later.
Oh, great.
Oh, I hope that was a
Later,
chick.
yeah.
He said he has a hotel room you guys can go
That's
back
right,
to. All
yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
I got you, Mark. All right.
Yeah.
It's fun times. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sweet. Well, very much obliged. I really appreciate it. I had no expectation that would happen, but you're very nice as always.
All right, so let's talk about the Sunday games that
Let's go back. Let's talk about video games again.
All right, time to get salty again. Okay, so they just also announced because it's interesting because normally Evo's kind of waited a while to announce what games are going to be on Sunday because they need to think about it, but they have to announce it now because they have to start selling tickets for it. So you have to know what you're getting. Like it would be weird if they said that you paid $30 for a season pass to get like 5 characters and not tell you who those characters are.
Yeah.
That would be a really bad move to do. But so Evo is like actually telling us what 5 games are going to be on Evo.
Whoa.
For the tickets that they're selling, right? So
Genius marketing.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me.
So the Sunday games with no order given here.
Yeah, there's no order on that.
There's no order yet.
Besides the fact that the 9th voted in game will be
Right,
the
so player's
starter
choice.
game.
So
Yeah.
there's 4 other games. Now those 4 games are Street Fighter V, which seems pretty obvious,
Yeah.
right? Tekken 7.
Sick. I'm super happy.
Super
Very
happy,
happy
about
about that.
Now, interestingly enough, obviously one Smash game was going to go in there,
Right.
and now it is Smash Wii U and not Melee.
I think that's fair.
I think that's smart.
I'm real surprised.
I am also surprised.
I
I got
can
death threats.
You got death threats?
Yeah, just saying.
I
Yeah, I
can
totally
guarantee, and you know what? We gotta tell Leffen to stop sending those things.
Yeah,
to him,
dude. I'm 90% sure that's what it is.
Maybe one of his 300,000 Twitter followers too.
The majority of whom are totally real.
Oh,
Not-
of course, dude.
and
Of course.
not-
I don't know anything
Lot
about
of
what
boss.
you're talking about.
No, but look, honestly, I like the idea that they switched it up this year, and you can't put both of the Melee Smash games on Sunday,
Yeah.
right? You only put one. They had Melee there last year. Smash Wii U had the second most entrants out of every game, so I think it's fair to give them their time to shine this year.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's.
I think so too. I wonder if there are going to be any differences in how that game is run because it does sometimes go really long.
That has been a
Takes
problem.
forever.
throughout
It can
the,
go
the
really
tournaments,
long, so
yeah.
I'm interested to see what they do about that. If there's going to be any differences, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they're just okay with that. But look, it's a very heavily entered game. It gets watched with great viewer numbers. Melee has had the Sunday position for 3 years in a row now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
I feel like it's a reasonable thing.
I don't think I'd be upset even if they just rotated.
Yeah.
Like back and forth.
Yeah,
like every
something like
year.
that.
was
Yeah,
thinking
I mean,
that
I
just
think
now.
that would be a fair thing to do.
And regardless, Melee is going to get a ton of people watching it. It had 100K plus watching this weekend for Genesis 4. It's not going to have any trouble getting viewers
Yeah,
for
right.
Saturday or whatever it's on.
And like Saturday finals can actually be pretty hype. Like I know that
Oh,
they're sad it's not going to be in the stadium and everything like that, but I still think like just being in the crowd and then everybody at home watching it, it should still be really, really exciting.
I think so.
And the best part about it is like if they're mad about that, right? Then this is how I always approach it, right? If the Melee crowd's like, why aren't we on Sunday? Then go on Saturday, and while the top 8 is happening, just cheer for the game that you're watching so loudly that it disrupts other tournaments. Like, try to challenge yourself to do that, because that is the best way to show Evo like we should have been on Sunday, right? Like just go on Saturday and just rock the house, like echo the entire 300,000 square foot ballroom or whatever like that, like just rumble that whole room.
Man, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Melee,
yeah,
Melee was
unleash
so
the
hype,
rumbler.
it was
Oh,
ridiculous.
no,
that's
Take a lot of beans, James.
Yeah, but I mean, like honestly, like that, in my opinion, that's the way it needs to go. You know what I mean? Like show your support for the game that way, and then.
What?
You're still thinking about fights.
Leave me alone.
It's commonplace.
But yeah, I can tell you right now, Melee, like on the stage, like hearing them, they were definitely
No, okay.
the
So
highest.
some people are like I said, like do not have it so that Melee goes there and be like, booing Guilty Gear or when's Melee. That's not what I mean. I mean cheer for your game, like while it's going on. Just be excited about what's happening in the match. Do not be disrespectful to any other game.
Agreed.
But be loud by showing respect to your own game.
For sure.
As much as possible.
For
That is how it works. Yes, people in the chat are correct. I absolutely need to reword how I said that. But like, be loud by being proud of your game.
Yeah.
Not by shooting down any other game.
I'm with you.
All right, what are our other Sunday games?
There you go. The other Sunday game, the last Sunday game was BlazBlue Central Fiction.
Yeah.
I think this is the big surprise.
Yeah.
Thought for sure Guilty Gear was going to be
I
there.
100% thought Guilty Gear was going to be on
Kind of thought
Sunday.
Injustice
but
would be there.
It has to be some thought behind it.
Or Injustice, yeah. I'm real sad Injustice isn't there, but...
There is no justice for injustice.
Dude, you want to see Forward 2-3 Breath again for 2 or 3 hours
I
on
thought this
Sunday?
was a very good point that a bunch of people tweeted to me. It might be that they're worried about that.
Yeah,
It
for
might
sure.
might really be that they like
First
literally
year.
don't trust that NRS is gonna make a good
First
first
year.
version.
Yeah,
It
three
might
Supermans in the original Injustice top 8.
Yeah, and
it
Green
was a
Lantern
snooze
was super
fest.
boring. I mean,
Yeah.
and Black Adam was the game was just not great yet.
There was one exciting character, and it was PR Rog's
He
Killer
was
Frost.
Killer Frost. Yeah,
he
that's
like
right.
lost immediately.
He did.
So
He
it's
did.
like-
Yeah, that game became awesome.
Yeah.
Injustice, but version 1 had problems. So
1.06.
That's
is when they
actually
got
a
good.
really good call on that one.
I thought that was a very good point people mentioned.
It would have the least amount of bake time as well, and because even technically Tekken 7's been out for a couple of
Yeah.
years.
Oh,
We've
Tekken's
seen,
gonna
we've
be great.
seen
I mean,
that. We've
yeah.
seen
Yeah,
that.
Tekken is a great game to watch.
We already
were talking
know it's
about
gonna be amazing.
the freeze. It's just a great spectator
Right.
game. It's also been on Friday like every year.
Yeah.
So it just hasn't had that chance to be like really seen. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
it's going
Like,
to show up big this
It's the
year.
I
first
really I
time.
think this is the perfect time for
I
it.
think as far as next gen fighters go, as far as being like esports and like spectacle ready, I feel like Tekken
Tekken is
is
so good.
it's too good right now. It's the slow mos, like the characters, like they got
Blue
the-
stuff, red dress.
Come on,
Oki
man, it's too
Zambuni,
much, man.
Nage. It's going to be good. It's all that's going to be
So
good.
Tekken 7 is not going to be a problem, but like I mean, personally, I'm sad that it's not Guilty Gear.
Me too. I'm super sad
Yeah.
Guilty Gear is not
Nah.
there.
Yeah,
No,
I'm just,
obviously.
I'm just a little bit surprised because I mean, as much as I like BlazBlue, I feel like it's not as watched or entered as some of the
I
other
feel
games.
like
so.
this is basically a reward for having such a ridiculously amazing top 8.
Yeah,
20,
I mean, but
yeah.
even still, you still get 2 of
2014.
those games at Evo. It's not like it's any less. It's just one's not going to be in the stadium and the other one already was. So, I mean, I think it's going to be dope regardless.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Shigeno moment was pretty crazy.
Oh sure,
too.
yeah. I mean,
we're
Gear
seeing
has had awesome moments. There's no
That
doubt.
was on ESPN.
Yeah, it was the first moment.
It was on there
ESPN.
before Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear made it there first. Anime.
That's right. So yeah, I mean, again, it's tough because I know I'm gonna have huge personal bias, and this is a problem with all. I know I've had people tweet me. They're like, "You guys really don't highlight BlazBlue enough because none of us really play the game, and it's unfortunate."
I'm actually getting the game.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
like,
too much.
It's
Yeah, it's just hard to play that many games.
Yeah.
Like I played the original one a lot, and I played CP a bunch when it came out again.
I played the version before Central Fiction. Like, I worked in the arcade that actually got it. Like, I was there playing that game. It's just, I play a lot of games, and it kind
Yeah.
of fell by the wayside at that point.
We all play a bunch of games just now.
Iron
Happen to be
Taker.
BlazBlue, so
2 words.
yeah.
Iron Taker.
yeah.
I played Bang, if you guys didn't know.
Obviously.
Of course.
And Hazama, because he wears a fedora.
Dude,
And
Hazama-
Robin,
Hazama
Benny
was-
Mario.
Hazama's pretty sick though.
He
That's a
was, the
sick character,
chains,
dude.
the pull-in,
Sick character.
The very
and his
first time-
theme.
The very first time I saw him, and I was like, he's like a reverse scorpion like, the entire
Ah,
time.
yeah.
He's not like, get over here. He's like, I'm over there. You
The
know.
smooth
Yeah.
criminal outfit, he poses
looks
when he.
cool.
Oh man,
He
I'm
looks
just
cool.
saying, dude.
He was one of the
Honestly,
characters I wanted
like
to
the
learn.
reason that I like it more than Gear is I think the characters are cooler.
What?
Yeah.
You
That's
like
the biggest
knocking people
reason.
down and putting a fireball on them and then running up and doing stuff?
Which character is that?
Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
You don't like that? It's my favorite Guilty Gear character.
Leave me alone, James. No.
He's gone. I'll just cover my mouth and James and David can keep talking. You guys don't know it.
Stick that guy in there.
Just start talking about BlazBlue and I'll move my mouth a
Just
bunch.
put his boob in the shot there, so yeah, okay.
Rest in peace, David.
Tager's super way cooler than Potemkin. No doubt. No doubt.
I don't know.
A magnet
From a-
hands grappler. Are you
so-
That's
serious?
stupid.
You're crazy.
From
He
a-
Potemkin, dude.
Bang does look. He looks dumb.
But he goes.
He's a ninja.
Whoa!
He's a ninja
You just-
with
you
a
just
nail
said-
on his back.
You said Bang looks dumb with Steve in the room.
That's all right.
There's
Hey,
gonna
you
be
know what?
fisticuffs in
Hey.
here, dude.
Zappa's pretty cool looking.
He is pretty good. Okay.
I think Leo's dumb looking.
What the?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Are
Did
you
Did you
serious?
see his guard
True.
bring the chair up
True.
to him, and he sits down in the chair? He
Yeah.
reads books all the time, and if you hold the right buttons, the guard
I've
pulls
heard.
the
David
chair
is a
on him,
Neanderthal.
and he
This dude is
falls.
crazy, man.
I've heard. Slayer's pretty cool looking.
Slayer's cool looking. You're still crazy though. You are crazy.
I think
What?
I think he's boring.
Leo looks. Are you crazy?
Is that
you
why you
know
like
what?
Talos, by the way?
He like
Because
has his
Talos
back
magnet
against,
hands?
like he like
Yeah.
like
Talos
if
is
Leo was here, he'd be streaming. He'd be on
Back
stream the whole time like this.
Walking
dude.
back turn?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man.
dude.
Oh man.
What-
I just can't even right now, man.
Dang, you just can't even. Starbucks and can't even. And
I just can't even. If I had on some Uggs right now,
yeah. Can't
Mm.
even.
I can't even.
Just can't
Mm.
even.
Oh man.
Pumpkin spice.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
I like how enthusiastic was. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I'm excited to see all those games there. I think it's going to be a really cool Sunday.
Yes,
N-
yes.
Maybe not what I would have expected, but I think that they're all like good choices. They will be interesting. They'll be cool.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to see 10,000 people cheering for Windjammers, dude.
Oh
Mm.
man, that would be nuts though. It's an easy game to get
You know what
into and
the
be
fu-
excited about.
The funniest thing is, if Windjammers did make it to Sunday, everybody watching it who doesn't know anything about Windjammers, I think that would actually make it even more hype, because that game has that presentation factor that you could get hype for
It's
that.
I
just
feel
there.
like that's true.
Yeah,
You
it's
like
just there.
you'd see the frisbee go phew, bam bam bam, and then like someone catches it and be like, oh
Yes,
yeah.
that's-
I would get super hyped for that.
Oh, yeah.
I would get
Yeah.
super hyped
Yeah.
for that.
Oh man.
Dude, actually that almost makes me really want Windjammers on Sunday, because that would be sick.
Yeah, Windjammers would be
God.
dope. It's such a it's like the concept is so simple that it's like hard not to get excited about
Yeah.
it.
Dude, Dave Lang and Gibby commentating
Windjammers.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would actually be a pretty funny pair right there.
You know, Toshin sent me a link from one Mr. Xavier Woods on Twitter, who says that he would support Windjammers as soon as people validate that it actually is a real option for him. People were like, "Yep."
He's only saying that
Now
because
he
he
says
wanted
he's
it
gonna
final
do it.
round.
But does he? I guess he doesn't count as a corporate sponsor, right? Because
No,
he's
he's
just an
the dude.
individual like everybody else. Yeah.
It's
okay.
cheating, man.
I was gonna make a
Woods
lot of
is cheating.
jokes. It's not worth it. Corporations are people.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Technically.
that's right. Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here is your Evo donation update. So currently,
Broke 3K.
Mm.
Damn.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom is at 3,123.
KI's right there though. It's
But
not
It hasn't
KI
gone
did,
up?
it didn't go up. It's still at 2,400. Well, it went up like $20.
Yeah, 63 donors.
donors.
Yeah,
Last one.
so it's at
still
2,492.
I think I can do it.
Pokken is at 1,745. Windjammers is at 1,090. Soon to be 10,000. 11,090.
That's right. They got an Xavier
in
Woods.
there.
We got a Brandon Alexander. It'll be fine. I'm talking about.
Fifth place is still looks like Skullgirls at 500. Am I right? No, I'm wrong. That's sixth place. Because fifth place is still Arms
Ooh.
at 1,020. Mortal Kombat is still at $35, and Nidhogg is still at $30. Super Turbo. Is
I
at
like that game so much, but I'm never gonna see it again.
Yeah.
It's
I
never
feel like
coming
after
back.
I play the Injustice beta, it's going to be tough.
It's never coming back.
I can't wait to.
But just wait 2 years until MK11 comes out, and it'll be fine.
Then I've never heard of Injustice
Yeah,
again.
that's how it's gonna go. Guaranteed.
Easy peasy.
Oh,
Alright.
man.
Yeah, MK is super dope, but new game comes out. It is
Yeah,
what
the
it
scene
is.
just doesn't keep it up. So
Well, one thing I feel like NRS does a great job of doing. Like each game that's played afterwards, like they do so much for like presentation and to make their game like so much of a spectacle that it's really good. That's why I'm really excited about Injustice 2. Like
Dude,
just
it's
looking
really
at it,
pretty.
Are we talking about Injustice 2 now? Is it about time?
Okay, well, before
anything
that,
else about
someone in
Evo?
the chat actually mentioned that Maximilian is supporting KI, which that I can Sajam is trying so hard not to bust out
I'm
with
definitely
the
not.
cheesiest grin, and now he's just like
My boy Max. We just need all of his chat, all the Mexicans, just wielding their ninja daggers, coming for your hearts at Evo. That's what I'm talking about.
There you
You guys have no chance.
I think it'd be great if KI made it, man. I think
Yeah,
it'd be really
absolutely,
cool.
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Well,
well,
I got my For Honor beta code. It's right in the middle of Injustice beta. Or like it's like
Tough
3
time.
days from now. There's almost no chance that
Tough time.
Yeah, maybe
So-
I'll get a day of it.
do you have anything else to talk about the Evo stuff? They also mentioned a little bit about Evo Japan, but Mike asked that question very early on, and Mark said that basically they just haven't had a chance to finalize a lot of information. So
Well, looking forward
It's
to that.
still a ways away.
It's more information coming soon. They said.
look, I'm gonna start the campaign right now, virtual on for Evo Japan, dude.
Dang.
That would be
so
cool.
sick.
That'd be intense, man.
That'd be so sick,
People in there
dude.
sweating, man. I don't know, dude. That game is intense.
Yeah, but good luck getting those cabinets, dude. Right? So you would have to buy
Sound.
twin sticks for the Dreamcast and stuff like that. That would just not be
If the community wanted it in Japan to be run on arcade, we would run it on arcade.
Hey, sick. Wow.
Dang, you heard it here first.
Confirmation.
I mean, that'd be great.
exclusive
think that would be
from
sick.
Ultra
Very cool
Tekken.
game.
Clip that for the exclusive announcement from. No, but yeah. So unfortunately, no real news from the Evo Japan front right now. So there you go. Some people just got in there. They're like, "What was that voice?" It's the disembodied voice of the base 23 god. Right?
Base 23 got in the building.
Yeah,
Base
exactly.
23 god.
Yeah.
Sneaker champion of the universe.
Oh, you don't know. You got the
Yeah,
socks.
he took his shoes off.
Why
Yeah,
should
makes
his shoes
sense,
off?
yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
actually
Got some
asked-
throwbacks over
I'm
there.
Asian.
Someone asked
Yeah, wow,
if,
we all did it.
if we think that there's going to be an MVCI exhibition at Evo this year. I would not be surprised if MVCI is not there in some
Yeah.
playable form.
MVCI has to be there.
It has to be playable.
That would be
there.
sick.
A character announcement or
But see,
something.
that's the thing.
Probably.
Like, could you imagine? Like, why wouldn't they have put Marvel in the game, and then that way they could use the top 8 time to be like, boom, trailer. Here's 17 more characters.
Damn,
right?
that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's pretty smart because I would be able to handle it.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fact that there's one Capcom game?
I think that's cool.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I think that's
One
really
Capcom
cool.
game.
I saw that and I was just like, now they're getting away from just making it this staple and being like, yo, the Street Fighter Championship. It's not the Street Fighter
Right.
Championship. It's
I mean,
the video game fighting championship. I think that's
It's
amazing.
it highlights the fact. I mean, they said this. Wizard said this, and MarkMan both kind of said this, that Evo is really a celebration of fighting games,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of people have asked me the question before, like, do you think Capcom Cup is starting to overshadow Evo? And I was like, there's no way, because Evo is about every fighting game.
Yeah.
It is the true celebration of fighting games. It's where everybody who loves anything about fighting games comes together, whether you're an artist, because they're going to have the artist alley
Right.
back there, whether you're making new indie fighting games, because they'll be in the indie section.
Right.
Regardless of which community you're in, you're all going there because you love this one genre of game. And Evo, the fact that there's only one Capcom game there actually makes me kind of happy.
I think it's great. It's not the case that Capcom has any kind of corner on the market anymore. I mean, back in the day, Evo did get flack as being like the Capcom championships because there CBS2, Third Strike, ST, there were all these different things that were very Capcom heavy. Marvel too, right? 3 or 4 of the major games were Capcom. So that's not the case anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
Capcom only has one major game out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultra Street Fighter 4 is not on that fan list.
Right.
And I think that that's a pretty reasonable thing, honestly.
And
It's
someone in the chat even mentioned that Evo is kind of not even really a tournament anymore. It's becoming more of a convention. And
That
he
guy in the
qualified.
chat brings up an excellent point.
But
yeah.
he qualified that he was like, But I think that's great.
Yeah.
And so do I. Like, because it is becoming like the fighting game convention. It's where we go and like check out the art. Hey, I want to get my stick modded. Hey, I want to buy these cool buttons. Hey, you know, like.
It might be different for me because I just started coming to Evos just recently.
Okay.
For me, like, I go to Evo and all I see is like people trying to destroy each other. Like, I mean, I see the vendors and stuff like that, but like, even now when I go there, it always takes me a second. I walk in and I see people and I'm like, yeah, these dudes want to win. And then I go about my business. I mean, I feel like if you call it a convention, you kind of remove that, in my personal opinion. But like I said, for me, it's just still like a grind. It's legit like the pit for me. Like, that's your entire year is going up into that pit.
Have you seen the lines, dude? Like, people are fighting
Yeah.
in there. That's like a
There was some
fighting
3 hour. Yeah, right.
I
There was
think
some
it
3 hour
being-
lines though.
Yo,
for-
Yeah,
Arcade
for
Shock
sure.
split frame
Oh
line,
my
the
God.
entire week. I couldn't even get over there to see the team. I was just like, guys, I know you're working. I'll be back later, you know?
Try.
I think it being a convention doesn't take away from the tournament being incredibly
Oh,
stimulating.
yeah.
It's just, I think it's because the scene is growing so much, and only a certain percentage of that is a super hardcore competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna make top 8 at Evo versus just the entire group of people that like the games and watch the games and are interested in the games.
Tell me if I'm not wrong about this, but I am still waiting now because I was having a conversation with who was it? It was like Joe or somebody. No, it was like K-Brad. It might have been actually. Like, what if Echo Fox was like, I'm gonna buy a booth space at Evo and we're just gonna make it this closed tent and have like couches and beds and stuff like that in there, and then it's just like Justin Wong will just like wander in there and like.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, I mean,
And yeah, it kind of sucks.
and
That's what you gotta do.
to like elaborate on what he's saying, I've definitely like met people just like in the past like year that have legit told me that they don't play fighting games competitively. They only are there to spectate.
Yeah.
So like,
of course,
it's crazy to me. Like, I meet people and I'm like kind of freaking out. I'm like, yo, so like, what are you playing? I'm like, oh, I'm just here to watch. I'm like, so like, nothing? You're just wasting time? And they're like, nah, man, I just really like the scene. I like these games. I like watching these people. And even more so, like, they like some of the personalities attached to it. You know?
For sure.
AJ's in the chat and he just said, I'm listening.
Dude,
nice.
Whoops.
You know what's an interesting stat I heard from Twitch? So Twitch, when you work for Twitch, one of the perks you get is you get to go to a free esports event, and the company will pay for it. The most requested event is Evo. From all the employees there. And I thought that was awesome just to hear that.
That is cool.
It is.
I
man.
wouldn't have
That says
guessed.
a lot.
I wouldn't have guessed.
I thought it would have been like something.
Yeah, like the
exotic.
Dota.
I was about to
The
say
international.
BlizzCon or something like
Video
that.
game show.
Like-
Yeah, League of Legends Worlds
Yeah,
or something, right?
Right.
That's
Interesting.
Really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, all those things are real small compared to Evo. Evo's the best.
Dude, it is. I mean, look.
You know, Evo had 17,000 people, 17,500 people last year that went to Evo.
Is that so?
Because that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like the nice thing about Evo is that Evo is like you're in it. Like you're
You're a
in
part
the
of it.
crowd.
That's what makes it so good.
Right, and like you're in the thick of things. Like a lot of the other events, like you buy a ticket, you sit down in only on the one day in the stadium.
You are a fan.
And you watch it,
you just
and then
sit
you
and
go
watch.
away. But like when you're at Evo, you're just walking along, and it's like, boom, oh hey, it's Justin Wong, kind of thing. Or like I get to see these people, I get to take pictures. It's just
That's why.
it's
I mean,
really
I know you're
cool.
joking, but that's why I wouldn't want to have like an Echo Fox. Like,
Oh yeah.
no, I know it's a joke. I just want to clarify.
Oh, you mean the VIP rooms? The Echo
Yeah.
Fox VIP room?
Yeah.
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 I'm just trying to get a
it might
seat on
end
the
up
jet.
that Capcom has 2 games because maybe Marvel 3 makes it, but there's only
Right.
one that's like officially picked. I think that's really interesting, and I think that's cool. So anyway, anything else to say about Evo game selections?
Oh, wait, before we go. Just like you said before, I think the fact that, and it kind of goes on to what you said, like, Evo is becoming like it's not the halfway point, but it's like the all games point. And anything past that, say like Capcom Cup or KI World Cup, are actually adding to those things because you get those little separate entities to be able to stand on their own. And on top of that, you get people to go to one event and might not be able to go to the other or qualify. But it kind of makes the scene that much bigger, not in just one aspect, but in every aspect.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean if every game, like I feel like it's getting to that point where they're gonna have their individual championships and Evo. Like those are the
Yeah.
two events, right?
Yeah.
So Tekken has King of Iron Fist, and then they have Evo, right? And the fact that the same person won both is still like.
I was just about to say, like, for Tekken, like, this is the second time it's happened. They had, like, the guy who won Evo goes and wins King of Iron Fist tournament. This happened twice. So, like, now.
That's crazy, dude.
You know,
Now the next person who wins Evo, the pressure.
Wait, nobody won
Double
2 years
crown.
ago?
yeah, he won, He won. He won, right? Yeah, he won both of them.
He won both.
He won Evo, and then he won King of Fire Fist, and that's why he had signed the thing. And this year, Saint won Evo, and then he went on to win King of Fire Fist tournament.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
okay.
But like then having also a KI World Cup, having a Capcom Cup.
I think that's sick.
Even King of
SNK,
Fighters has
yeah.
Sent out the invite to all the different players.
Which is
and
also a
stuff.
sick thing.
Very cool.
The invites, because, oh man, it's so cool.
Very cool idea. Yeah.
So there you go.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Injustice
well,
time?
Yeah, let's maybe take a short break and
wanna take a break
come back
quick?
and we'll talk all about the Injustice beta. It's
Okay.
out right now and that guy has played it.
Wait, you
I
played
watched
it
it.
Oh, I
watched
thought you played it.
I didn't actually get.
Wait, did you play it?
I turned it on. I didn't get to play it.
I haven't had time to play it either. Anyway, we'll be back in just a
Okay,
bit.
cool. Be right back. Go to the break. Go to the break.
Alright, welcome back to the show. So enough about Evo now. Let's talk about Injustice 2. The beta is out. They announced it and then it came out. And now if you have a beta code, I mean it was just like a couple days ago that they
It was
even
so
announced
funny.
it.
They announced it was like, yeah, there's gonna be an Injustice beta. It's gonna be a month long. I was like, the game comes out in May, so they gotta do it by like April, right? I was like, dang,
Yeah.
they gotta do it
It
pretty
was like
soon.
3 days later.
Yeah, and then like a few days later, they're like, boom, it's out now. Go get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Very, very cool.
You guys are
It's
sick.
pretty limited right now. There's no like training mode. You can't do versus. It's just for netcode testing. It's
Yeah.
just for netcode. It's very similar to the Street Fighter V beta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I think that's great because it shows that it's important to them to have good online.
Yeah.
In MKX,
Has
it came
amazing
out.
online right now.
Yeah, it ended up good.
Yeah.
Started out terrible, but
Really,
it
really
really
terrible.
improved it.
Had a lot of issues. Now near zero issues.
Very, very good. So I'm
Sonic
really happy
Fox
to see
Sound
that.
of Block Infinite. That sounds about right. Yeah,
Did
they
he really?
mentioned a lot. This game is like 4 months out, so they mentioned a lot of the frame data is not final.
Oh, of
and
course.
they said like near none of it. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, almost everything you guys play with won't be done, but it's more of a chance for people to get their hands on the game
Yeah.
and to test the netcode. And so far, the netcode looks super good.
I've heard.
I was watching people play, and it was like, they looked fantastic. So I was like, man, this looks super good. Because when we had the Street Fighter V beta, there was a lot of issues, right? Where like everybody was like, man, this isn't gonna work out. Hopefully, it'll be good by launch. But the fact that Injustice beta came out and it already looks good is a really good sign for the NRS crew.
Agreed.
One person played it and said that it felt great. Another person played it and said that it felt a little underwater.
A little underwater.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
I mean, they're testing things. They might be flipping knobs and
Yeah. They
Yeah,
also
they do.
Injustice
apparently
2 is rollback. Yes, they definitely confirmed that.
apparently the way they were doing it is the codes were being released in countries with the least amount of like people who signed up first or something, and then gone to like more people. Or something. I heard it was like that was the way they were doing it. Anyway, lots of people still don't have a beta who've signed up. So I imagine as it goes on, there'll be more.
Yeah.
And like, there's probably a lot of people who are not like in the same area playing each other. Like I saw Sonic Fox say he played Foxy, who's from the UK,
wow.
and that the connection was really good.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
that is cool.
Okay.
What
That's
luck
exciting.
that those two great players managed to get codes. It's really lucky.
Wow, yeah, that's.
Do you have a code, David?
I happen to have a code.
Oh, it's weird. I have a code too.
Oh, you have a code?
They must
too?
only be giving them to great players.
Oh,
Hey,
wow,
Steve,
about
do
that.
you have a code? Do you have a code?
I don't have a code.
Oh, okay, cool. Neither do I.
I mean,
don't
I
have a
Must
code.
only be great players.
Get good, folks.
NRS players. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
I was playing NRS before he was even alive. How you gonna tell me
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
NRS
true.
player? Like,
Then how do you have a code, non-NRS
you're right.
player?
It wasn't even called NRS at the time, though.
it wasn't. It was called
Midway.
Yeah.
How do you know that? You weren't around. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I'm really looking forward to being able to do so, but I really want. Look, obviously it's not going to end up. I'm sure like this is probably not even like the current build. You know what I mean? It's probably
Yeah.
this is probably like builds ago.
Yeah, I'm sure they're internal. Well, because they've already showed off like Harley and like all like six other characters
Right.
who have been playable, like
Yeah.
including Aquaman and like all these other. So it's like you know that they have updated builds with all those characters on.
Right,
it.
yeah, yeah.
This is
So-
probably like their first.
But it's
build.
just good to
It's-
just get a general idea. You know what I mean?
It's interesting because like, it's. Look, so when you were there when we were downloading and everything like that, you kind of made the joke like the still pictures look great, but let's see how it looks in movement, right? And to be honest with you, the game is actually really pretty, but yeah, some of the animations.
They look a little weird.
They look a little NRS-y, huh?
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like the
NRS,
forward
right?
dashes and the back dashes.
I don't think the
they
game's
still
done though.
kinda-
I was looking at it and I was just like, a lot of this stuff,
Well,
it still doesn't look done.
Like I saw the ice effects, like when the people get frozen. Like I feel like that's still beta. Like I feel like
Probably.
the ice effect is gonna be improved as well. But
You know, the dashes are gonna be like that. Like the dashes where they go,
yeah,
right? They like the like little legs move. It's
Yeah.
Right.
that's how it's gonna be.
It's just
that's just how it
like
looks.
why can't you like
Yeah, no, that's
like
true.
make it
I
cool
don't know
that
what to
some
tell you.
characters dash like with different styles?
I don't know, man.
Like,
Why is there
some
no
people
music?
hop.
Why is there no
Some
left
people-
and right hand in tennis games? No one knows, James. These are
That's
things that
true.
nobody can
Dude,
explain.
That's such a problem. You don't understand.
Yeah.
It makes volleying too powerful because the problem is when you run to the net, the whole weakness of being the volley is that you can't go left or right. You have to guess between which of the angles. But in video game tennis, when you get to the net, volley is always too powerful because you don't have to
I really
guess
don't care how
left
the
or right.
animations look because I care about the gameplay. Like to me, if something's
Yeah,
animated
of
kind of
course, of
jankily,
course.
I don't even care about anything else besides hitboxes and hurtboxes and frame data and cool stuff that characters can do.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I know that other people do care about it. So in order to like get more players in, I would prefer it to
Yeah.
look better.
Really big, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, why is it that the announcer? It seems like he couldn't care less.
He sounds like
Yeah,
he's
right.
legit like Ada doing
Injustice.
Injustice.
Yeah, it's
I'll
like
see you guys tomorrow.
it's
And I'm
like-
like, damn, dude, what's
Why?
up?
It's like the girl that was
Yeah.
last. They literally just deepen the voice,
I mean-
and it's like the same. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, dude,
the
that sounded
combatants
so
are
accurate,
headed to
dude.
Gotham
Superman.
City.
Yeah.
Yo, but that versus screen. Is
I don't
sick,
know
though.
why.
Like, they're fighting in the versus screen. I think that's
Yeah,
really
where like the
cool.
first one doesn't attack and the second one doesn't. They're like, oh
Oh,
no!
no.
Like it's pretty funny to me. They look silly, but it's
First
kinda
player
cool.
always loses. It seems.
Yeah,
right?
whoever
I
selects
think it's the person.
first.
Yeah, it's the
Whoever
person who
selects
takes
first.
first.
So you just
okay.
the idea is you just wait and then let them select first, and then you pick it. Your character's beating them off.
Dude,
in
but
the
the
selection.
best part about
Yeah.
it was like I was watching it and like I think it was Superman like shot Supergirl with the eye beams, but then we were sitting there waiting like why is it taking so long because no one had picked the stage yet. And so he's literally frozen there shooting with the eye beam, but it's animating super slowly. It's like
Oh, it goes into like slow motion.
yeah, like it's even super slow. So like the whole time like Supergirl's just like getting shot like before they actually pick the
Sick.
stage. I don't know, it made me laugh. dude.
Strategy right there.
Yeah, it builds meter.
Dude, that,
Dude,
It's like Sean at third strike throwing the basketball before it
Yeah.
starts. Whoop, build meter.
yeah, if you can hit him in the head.
It happens. That's
a
real thing.
Speaking of building meter, man, Superman's lasers look like the same as the last game. I was watching them, I was like, oh, this is gonna be
They were
sick.
actually talking about it in the and when they did the first little broadcast from the Injustice thing, they were talking about his meter burn lasers too. So
Yeah, that's the one thing about it so far. So
Oh,
there's-
it's the back computer that's doing all the announcing.
That computer better
Oh.
get its head in the game.
yeah, dude, I know. Yeah, Batman needs to step up the voice technology on that thing. Bruce is a little lame
Needs
nowadays.
needs to get some Siri mod in there. or
Yeah,
something
come on, like he
that,
can't
right?
do that.
Yeah,
He can program the super smart back computer.
there's
but
no
he can't
way
make a voice.
that the back computer has such a lame ass
Batman.
voice. Welcome back, Batman.
Yeah.
I can
I'll
see
see you
Batman
tomorrow.
being down for that, though.
But like, don't you think the back computer would be like Batman, and then maybe like Superman?
yeah,
I know,
I mean,
right?
but no, he couldn't care less about Batman either.
yeah, he's just not
Batman.
into. And like combatants are
So
fighting
I mean,
in Gotham
what,
City.
what did, you guys obviously got a chance to watch the video and everything like
Yeah.
that. What did they say about the gear and the customization?
So
Oh yeah, you can unlock it.
Yeah.
You can some is you have to buy, and there's some that you can unlock through the game that you can only be unlocked through the game, and it gives them access to different moves and sometimes
Right.
variations of those moves.
Right.
So it looks like I said. I mean, but they do. They have base where you
Yes,
can
there's
just
a-
pick the base and do it that way, which I feel like is going to be the tournament standard.
yeah, it'll be the tournament.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do with the move customization. I feel like that could have potential to be really interesting to be able to like pick two moves. At one point when they were doing that stream, Atrocitus picked two blood pushes.
Mhm.
I don't know what that means. Like, does that give you two different blood pushes?
Well, they
what?
did one where when they showed like Batman like throwing batarangs, right? He threw like a regular batarang, and he like the recovery was even different. But then he had the different batarang, and he was in the air, and he was like, and then he stopped. So it's like it actually gives you different animations and everything.
Yeah, if there's some way to make that workable in a tournament setting, I think that could be really cool.
Well, it
as long as
reminds
it's not
me-
OP, obviously, but you know.
It reminded me of like Third Strike, where you should at least. Well, I feel like if they give you one move, it wouldn't be enough. I feel like it's like maybe 3 moves or something like that would be good. But
It's two right now.
Yeah.
You get to pick two.
Yeah, it seems like an
I
interesting.
think that's a really cool idea. When it comes to the gear, if there's some default set of gear, right?
Right.
Like think about how Cross Tekken did it, where
The gems.
with the
right,
gems,
yeah.
but then they ended up coming out with like the gem
The regular
sets,
set,
you know,
yeah.
and it was terribly done. Like you had to know the numbers and whatever. It was terribly done. But the idea of having like some sets that you could pick from, I think it's kind
Right.
of cool. So I don't know. We'll see how they do that. But the actual game, I thought that it looked very similar to Injustice 1. The
Yeah.
way the characters play seemed super similar to the returning ones.
The returning characters all seem super legacy based.
Yeah.
Like they all seem to have the same movesets, the combos and the strings. They obviously have changes, like there's different animations or different ways certain moves work. They're not all the same properties, but yeah, a lot of the combos still seem to be about the same. So if you played Injustice 1 and your muscle memory is still there, you just jump in and play the character and it's like the same.
Right.
So that looked really cool to me, and obviously the new characters are very different. Like I think that's their plan is all the old characters that are returning are pretty similar. Like they have some changes, but they're mostly the same, and then all the new characters are their kind of funky, crazy designs.
I feel like I look at Atrocitus and I see Katana and Zod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
stuff.
weird
Fan
mix,
lift
right?
and the Zod, whatever the little dude was called. Little trait guy.
The trait, yeah.
Oh, the cat.
Yeah, the cat's super funny. Yeah, so the characters look interesting to me.
Yeah.
They also revealed Robin today, which I know you're super excited about. I'm
Did you
actually...
see him?
I did.
I'm excited about him too because he played so different from Nightwing, which is what I was hoping for, was that he'd be very different. So I have
If
no
he played
attachment
like
to the
Nightwing,
character.
that'd be so.
Yeah, it's Damian Wayne, right, with the sword. He's gonna play very different.
He's
He
a
actually
ninja.
He actually looks mobile in this game, which is like a big problem with Nightwing last game, is that it was Dick Grayson, the acrobat.
Which didn't make sense because he was an acrobat, like,
And he was
he
the
was in the
stiffest,
circus. Come on,
slowest
dude.
I just
character.
don't understand why in his wind pose he drops the sword on the
And
floor
leaves it.
and then he teleports and he leaves
Yeah,
it
what does he do
behind.
with that sword
Just
later?
to let you guys
He
know,
just
man, who
leaves
did
swords
it.
everywhere, dude.
How many swords does he have? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
He's a
like,
ninja, man.
I
Damian's
just feel
a-
like it's a waste. I feel like that's
Yeah.
not environmentally
Well, that's why you're not a ninja.
conscious.
Yeah, really.
That's why you're not a ninja,
Are
man.
these disposable swords? Are they only
Possibly.
good once?
Who knows the technology
Is it
that they
like
have?
medical instruments? You can only use a syringe one time. You toss it afterwards.
I mean, he does have a lot of
Just
blood
too
on
sharp.
it.
Yeah.
He has a lot of blood
You
on
don't
it.
wanna
You
get
don't want
the
to mix it. I mean,
transmission, right?
you do want to kill somebody.
you could spread disease, right?
Yeah.
Damian's a little edgelord. I don't like him. But the playstyle of the character looks fun, so
God,
I
the
might be
character
about
looks
that.
so cool.
He looks pretty cool. But I'm happy he's not Nightwing-like, and they said Dick Grayson was dead, which means hopefully no...
That's what I think of every time.
Yeah. There's no Nightwing, or they said Nightwing...
Damon Wayans. In my head, I keep thinking, oh, what are you talking about?
Damian Wayne.
Damon Wayans.
You know what's crazy? I'm going to hit you a little tidbit fact here, right?
Okay.
So, Marlon Wayans was actually going to play the role of Robin in Batman and Robin first, before Chris O'Donnell.
Batman dodged a bullet.
Yep. I mean, that movie still sucked anyway, but, you know.
That movie was
Interesting, though.
awful.
I think Nightwing's dead, which is good.
I think he might come back, though.
He said Dick Grayson's dead. I mean, I guess you
Wait,
could have...
who said Dick Grayson's
In
dead?
the intro quote,
Oh, really?
with Batman and Damian's like, I'm your only son, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, Dick was my son, too. And he was like, it's like, oh, dang, he's
Yeah.
dead, and he was your son, too,
But
even though he's not biologically your son, but there's an attachment there that obviously creates an emotional barrier. What?
I mean, it makes sense,
Is it
though.
based off of the Injustice comic that Nightwing?
Yeah.
Because he's not dead in the actual DC universe.
No,
No, but in
but
the
you have to
Injustice
remember-
storyline, he
Yeah,
dies.
okay.
The DC universe has actually adopted the Injustice universe into the comic book lore. So the fact that the game exists made it so that universe exists, so it's actually a thing. However, they said the lines were redrawn, which is one of the reasons that if Damian is a kid now, and apparently in the other game he was Nightwing, right? Or,
Yeah, he was already Nightwing.
then that means either something has happened, because when they said redrawn, that's why I was like, oh, that's Damian. And then on top of that, they said he was dead. So I feel like Nightwing might be able to come back.
It was pretty clearly Damian. I think Nightwing's dead. I hope he's dead.
I don't want him to be dead. I play that
You
character
want him to
too.
get the Nash.
I just don't want to have any attachments to that character and have to play him. I don't
I feel
want
like
to do
I'm
that.
hearing people talk about string theory or something, and there's all these little dimensions that are folded up within each other. You
That's
just gotta
DC
accept
universe,
it.
man.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
that's
comics.
totally
That's
DC.
comic books, though,
Yeah.
right? That's comic books has
Yeah,
to
man,
be
there's
that kind of thing.
13 dimensions. Yeah,
You're watching the Flash TV show, and it's like, oh look, you got this person from Earth 52, this person from Earth 138.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, they literally had a Harrison Wells from like 50 different like Earths and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah. Injustice 2 looks sick.
Yeah, it does.
Netcode is already out there and playable. Beta's gonna be out for a month.
was there any extra information? So obviously the beta's out, but they had the Watchtower thing today. So like, was there any extra information given that like we've had previously not known outside of like characters and stuff like that? Did they talk about any new systems or anything like that?
Not that I saw. It looked very similar.
I watched
Yeah.
all of it.
I
Yeah.
did see a stage interaction.
Right.
So like one of those transition things.
Yeah, they've showed those off.
And like they punched someone and Supergirl landed on the street and then a van ran into her.
Uh-huh.
And dude, that thing was super van, dude. Cause seriously,
Super van.
cause that thing hit, like the van hit Supergirl and she flew like 7 blocks like through the sky into a building and like crushed like the building and everything like that.
Superheroes are like that though. I
No,
feel like-
momentum.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Superman.
That was one of my problems with Injustice. Because Superman would get hit by a car and he go fly. And I'm
Right,
like,
exactly.
come on, dude. That's not, no.
You think
That
the car would
happens
just
in everything,
explode
though.
on him. No, the car would just like run into him, and the car would be like, "Oh
Yeah,
no!"
exactly.
The
Yeah.
car would be like split into
If
like
like,
two,
if a
right?
car ran into Superman, he wouldn't even feel it, but
Yeah.
and walk up. The Batmobile hit him in that shitty Superman versus Batman movie, and he legit was like, boom, tick, and it just like skirted off, and he went and ripped the doors off of it. I was like, that's definitely wouldn't happen in a video game. You would just like tumble across the screen or something like that. But
That's the
whatever.
Kryptonite van by
Wasn't
Lex
there
Luthor.
something in the story where people took like pills or whatever?
Yeah, the
And
story
they
is
just-
maybe the van took.
Yo,
a
the
pill.
van?
The van
too?
took a pill? What?
It's Kryptonite diesel
Yeah,
empowered.
there
They
you
should put
go,
that in the
there you
DC
go.
in the next DC movie. Make sure to put that in there.
But yeah, I thought it was funny for this stage transition. It was the same thing as last time, where like this whole stage transition happens, somebody goes flying forever, and the other character just walks up after.
It's like,
Yeah, like,
hey,
what's
what's up?
Hey, you know, how's it going?
Dude, my favorite thing in Injustice 1, to this day, is that Superman and someone also fight in the space station, and he hits you with the super.
He punches you
And he
into
punches
space.
you into space from the Earth, and then he slams you back into the Earth.
Those
into
are
the
things
space
always
station.
bother me. I'll see that and I'm just
I hear
like,
you.
come on,
Dude,
man.
Batman's super is he hits you, he puts you up in like
Yo, that tackle is sick though.
Yeah,
like
but
when he starts it off, he's like, and then he's like, put you on one of the tether balloons. Oh man.
Like he Fultons you, right? And then like the Batwing comes and grabs it and flies up to the moon and it looks all sick. Daytime stages, dude.
Right.
I
The
think
moon is
Rick-
still in the
Flew to
sky.
the other side of the world.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
flew
yeah,
to
yeah. The
other
moon is
side of
still in the
planet.
sky,
Right,
James.
Sure, the moon doesn't go away.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's day or
The
not.
fact that you had, yeah, sure, the moon doesn't go
You're
away.
right. The moon doesn't go away.
Yeah.
It's got a point there, guys.
It's not
There's
like
no
during-
chariot for real, folks. It's not actually pulled across the sky.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
not like during the daytime the moon disappears.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not there anymore. Or so you think.
You know, on Twitter, Tyler, Elephant Bones 52 says some special moves take up 2 slots, and Blood Push is an example of that. So they didn't pick it twice.
Oh, okay.
It was that it just took up 2 slots.
Yeah, they've kept. When I was watching, I kind of thought about like
Yeah, I'd
rations.
forgotten,
Yeah,
yeah.
like ratio and
Right.
and CBS 2, but just
Right.
for moves.
Some strong moves would maybe take up 2. Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Cool.
For sure. Anyway, that's all we know for now.
Yeah, Injustice 2 looks pretty sick.
Game looks neato.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm definitely gonna try my best to stick with the game, unlike before. So like I said, I started.
Let's play video
so,
games,
yeah.
James.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Oh
it.
man, they announced they showed gameplay for Eliza in Tekken 7.
Yeah, I have
The
like
Evo
that
Oh,
topics
okay.
to talk
Oh,
about
my
soon.
bad,
So
sorry.
yeah, I'll have a bunch of stuff that
Let's
I
do
should
it.
talk
What
about.
else you
But
got?
do you want to talk about Genesis 4?
Whatever you want to talk about, man.
Okay, let's talk about Genesis 4 then. Do you have the results up right now? I don't
Negative.
have the
Filipino
results.
champ got first.
Oh man, and
Second place was the Filipino not champ.
Yeah, this is
so,
Filipino
yeah,
Grand Finals.
and Pinoy did really well.
Mm.
Third place was
Dude, shout outs to
Alejandro Myers.
SD Pinoy though. That's awesome.
Yo, I was watching that and I was just like, yo, wait, did you yo, shout outs to the boy. He did this one thing, right? He was playing champ and he wins with Bison, and when Bison fixed his hair, he fixed his hair too. So he was like Bison, and he did it at the same time.
It's
I
a
was
very
like,
Pinoy thing to
and
do.
I was like, damn, that dude, that was kind of slick. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I approve of that. That was like when Cyanide did the selfie
Oh,
after
that's
he
right.
fatality'd somebody with
With
Cassie
Cassie.
and who did the selfie.
Remember MKX?
Yeah, it's a crazy game.
Man, you guys are heartless, man.
I know, right? Jesus.
It's alright, when the Injustice beta's over, we'll come crawling back.
Well, yeah.
Pumping it in our veins.
I'll never not like that game.
Yeah.
I expect never to see it again.
Damn. But do you expect to see Ultra Street Fighter 4 again, though?
Higher
We
chance
haven't-
than seeing MK for sure.
I don't know. And
We still haven't seen that
people
game
are
in
still
forever.
rallying for that game, though.
Wow.
Are they?
Dude, people wanting their Wednesday night fights. I'm like, yo, good luck with that. I won't be there. I won't be looking at any of that Ultra Street Fighter 4
Yeah, I
crap.
saw Vi tweeting about that. He's like, "Do you want me to?"
You
run
guys
it?"
can
Yeah.
have
Whoa, look at this camera angle on our new.
Whoa.
Oh dang! The cameras.
I'm
in
not
the
tall
wrong-
enough for this. I'm
Oh, you know what? The problem with that is it's supposed to be like this. There you go.
James.
There you go. Okay.
Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Yes. So top 8, 7th place. Tempo Axe with Pikachu. G2 West Balls with Falco and Fox with the Spaceys. 5. TSM Leffen with Fox. 5th place was also PG Plup with Sheik. 4th
Sick.
place Liquid Hungry Box Jigglypuff.
My man.
3rd place Echo Fox's Mewtwo King with Marth and Sheath.
Chokerino.
Marth and Sheik. Second place, C9 Mango with Fox and Falco. First place, Alliance Armada with Peach. I mean, it's the gods. The fourth spots, and then Leffen is
and then
fifth.
Leffen right after.
Yeah,
And Pluck, who's been coming up, is right there. I thought that was super interesting results. And Axe.
I was about to say, shout outs to Axe.
Axe doing work with the Pikachu.
It's
so fun to
poverty
watch,
fox.
but like you can see it. Like, I don't know the game that well, obviously.
But you can see that
You
he's
can see
lagging
he's
behind.
struggling,
Like
right?
he's,
Like,
he's
who's
fighting
that?
for his life.
Axe.
Oh,
Like at all
yeah,
moments,
yeah,
you feel
yeah,
like
okay,
you can see
okay.
him playing against other characters, and at all moments that character is like.
But he gets so much, like, I'm all about character loyalty, and the fact that, like, I told him on this, I'm like, yo, dude, you get so many points from me from running that character, man.
Points are a nice thing. Also nice is to win a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Money
You gotta
is
do your
better
thing,
than
right?
points.
Money is better than points. You're right.
Yeah, very, very interesting top 8 results. I gotta tell you, dude, Grand Finals was just a maul.
Dude, I mean, because I heard Mango just had like the most. I didn't get a chance to watch any of this.
Okay.
Right? I was doing the Dark Souls stream at the time.
Right.
So, look, I heard that Mango just had like the most epic losers run.
It was so good.
Losers
dude.
bracket run, like barely beating. I saw some highlights. Like someone linked me a highlight clip, and I watched like some of these crazy Mango comebacks
His set-
against Mewtwo King.
Yeah, but man, against Leffen,
Oh, against Leffen, yeah,
That
I
was
saw
crazy.
some too. Yeah.
amazing.
And then I
So
heard
close.
Armada just was like, nope, sorry,
Get
we're
the heck out
settling.
of
That's cool.
We're settling the greatest of all time, debate here right now.
Because that was a rip.
Yeah.
And like,
That was
I
a
mean,
rip.
like based on how Mango played before that, it's not like he was like out of it. You know, it's not like he was like struggling and he was like, oh, it's just not my day.
No.
No, dude, like he was beating the other people.
He was beating the other people, and
And then Armada just.
it was like he had a cape on, and he stood up, and somebody caught the cape, and he was like,
I mean, like,
all right, I got
you
this.
can always tell when the victory is so lopsided because when Armada won, like there was barely a pop off.
Yeah.
He was just like one.
It's like the kind of, it was like, he was like, that was nothing.
Yeah, are you
Crazy.
not entertained?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, so
Crazy.
for such a crazy close top 8 to have that result at the end was surprising. I felt bad for Mewtwo King because he was doing great in winners finals, and then ended up losing. He did choke it up to Armada, so that could have been a very different result. You know.
There's so
But
much.
yeah, like because Mango beat all of them, right? He beat Leffen, he beat Hungry Box, he beat Mewtwo King, and then he finally lost to Armada. So he beat all the other gods like on the way to get to that grand final. So that's a pretty nuts.
For sure. I mean, that's why I think it's so impressive that Armada closed it out like he did, because, I mean, that gauntlet that Mango had just run was super strong, and then Armada just sat him back down. I mean, it was also really interesting. You know, obviously this has been the grand finals for like the last 4 times. Dude, I really thought that Mango was going to lose some of those. Like, it just seemed like...
It definitely seemed
But
like
he
I
was
legit
just like,
stopped
nope.
watching. I was like, oh, this is a done deal. And I come back, I'm like, why is this match still going? Like, what is going on?
Cheater.
I like it though. Like, the one thing I really love about watching Melee is just that it's that. Like, I'm like, this guy, it seems like he's so much better. He has like the streak and everything, and then it comes down to it, and it's like a nip in the bud. But it just goes on to the next tournament, and that's what I really, the history that's actually forming from watching Melee is like
Super cool.
amazing.
But the coolest thing is not even just the history of Melee period, but the history of Genesis.
Yeah.
Because it's been 3 years in a row that's been Mango Armada. Like they call it, I forgot, like the Melee story god or the Melee story force, like propelled Mango to get to grand finals.
the plot armor.
Yeah, the plot armor. That's what it was. Yeah, that
Yeah.
so it always has to be those guys like playing
Yeah,
in grand
very
final.
cool.
So.
Man, watching Jigglypuff and Peach is so cool.
Dude, isn't
The
it?
air
Yeah.
footsies was just so cool.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Shout
shout outs to Chudat and Ice Climbers players. I don't know what you're doing
I saw
to
your tweet.
yourselves.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it too. I was like, oh, David's watching it.
That character is just such a
Well,
butt.
not
it's
3
so
years
fun.
in a row, but 3 Genesis in a row. Yeah,
Genesis.
Yeah, they weren't consecutive. Man, that character seems weak if you know what to do. But
yeah. I mean, that's why it always
Shoutouts to
it
the
always
Ice
makes
Climbers
me
players.
like, why are like people mad about the wobbling? You know what I mean? Like that character. I mean, Mango even said it himself. He's like, that character's terrible. You know, he's like.
yeah, like Leffen beat Chudat, and it was, I think it was close at the very start. But then Leffen he was just like separated Nana immediately.
Dude, he
and
has
he was just
the
like,
shines just like
whatever.
are like boop,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Did you
It's-
guys see the stream afterwards?
No.
Oh man, I think it was Mango was in there talking about frames.
Oh no! We
Oh, I
did
did
see
see
that.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Mango and Leffen. Leffen was like, no, in this situation, you're +1. Or
You
whatever
actually
like
can't shine there. No way.
that.
I was like, oh damn, he's a. But there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that he's a feeling player.
Yeah, no,
That's a completely
absolutely.
different
I
style.
love that. Too.
But
I love that.
once I heard that, it made me so happy. I was like, man, they still exist. We still have people out there.
Dude, the funniest part was
You'll
like
be phased out eventually.
Mango,
For sure.
Mango was seriously like, "What does +1 mean?"
He's like,
does
what
that
is
even
it?
mean?"
What are these crazy
then
frames you're
Leffen-
talking
and then
about,
Leffen
man?
was like, "So
It's about
this
the
shine."
game.
Leffen was like, "This shine is like 4 frame startup, and this one is +1. So in other words, if we shine in this situation, that means if we both throw at the same afterwards, I'm +1, so my throw will connect." And then the only response was, "I've already stopped listening." From Mango, dude.
Like the thing is, I'm sure Mango knows all of that, but it's like in his heart, not in his brain. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
rather than
What's crazy is Mango looks
explaining
like
it
that
that
kind
way.
of person.
Dude,
He
so-
looks like the kind of player that
I-
would not believe you, because I'm that guy. That's me.
Dude,
Yeah.
So
I saw you tweet it out, and to this day, yes, neither of us know what Bison Scissor Kick is on block.
no idea.
In Super
Sometimes
Turbo,
it's
in Super
unsafe,
Turbo,
sometimes
I
it's
don't,
not.
I don't even know
I
what
don't know.
it is.
Sometimes
know
I
what
get
it
a throw
is.
afterwards. Sometimes the opponent does. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never known, dude. I've never known. So,
I'm sure I can
Shout
look
out
it
to
up,
Ally.
whatever.
Yo, Ally, because I'm a Mario guy.
Yeah, let's go over,
Smash
Wii
Brothers
U.
Let's go.
Seventh
Zero.
place was RNG DeBuzz with Rosalina, Luma, Olimar, and Bayonetta. I didn't know he started picking up Bayonetta. Okay. 7th place, 2GG Komorikiri with Sonic and Cloud. 5th place, ELV Mr. R with Sheik and Marth. And 5th place was also LG Abadongo with Mewtwo. 4th place, Captain Zach Bayonetta and Wii Fit Trainer. 3rd place, TSM Zero with Diddy Kong Cloud. 2nd place, C9 Ally with Mario. And 1st place, another Echo Fox win, MK Leo with Marth and Cloud.
That
now,
recent pickup,
this tournament was mired with some controversy.
indeed.
And during the beginning of it, apparently a couple of matches were played with the knockback setting, not at 1, but at 0.9. And nobody knows when it was changed or where it was changed. And then they did not give the 2 people who discovered that a run back of the full match. They only gave them 1 game of a run back.
Yeah.
And like, there was definitely some controversy. So
Understandable.
unfortunately, this particular game's tournament was kind of sullied a little bit, and now
Yeah. That's like the big talk when you think about it.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Super
Yeah.
important, obviously, to how things play out. Yeah.
Don't put it on 0.9 at Evo. Mandalay Bay.
God.
Keep it at 1.
That's right.
You might want to check those
things.
things.
So I mean, it's
It's a
super
bummer.
unfortunate that had to happen, especially at Genesis, because Genesis is kind of poising itself right now to be like the Apex replacement, right?
Yeah.
So it's like becoming the major, like their KI World Cup kind of thing, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe
No,
there's
it's
another
literally
Smash
very
tournament.
big.
It has a cooler name, so.
Yeah, agreed. So it would have been a cooler name if it was called Super Nintendo. Oh,
Oh, I understand.
Anyways, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
whatever.
but
Yeah. The only thing Genesis was cooler for was Blood and MK. That was it.
Yo, dude, I'm all about fatalities in MK.
Sweat, dude, sweat.
The sweat in the
Oh, the
SNES
Super NES
as
version?
well.
Oh my god. Do you know about that?
No.
Yeah, I figured.
Nintendo didn't want blood.
On the original
Okay.
Mortal Kombat, so it was literally like sweat, and then some of the fatalities were so lame.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Like literally, like who was it? Was it Johnny Cage? He just like stuck his foot in you, and you went like ah, and you fell over. And
Yeah.
that was it. Like,
I think they still had the spine pull though.
Yeah, but it was no blood on it.
Yeah, but it was and it was like not clearly
no,
spine.
they
it
did
was
not.
Like,
They didn't
have the spine pull. I think it was just like a gray looking
Yeah.
weird spine. I think
Was
it
it?
was different.
I don't know because they
Because I know they changed some of the fatalities.
Yeah, they
You
did.
know, that's like an older MK game. I'm more on Injustice 2 right now. You know?
The thing about MK games is that the first 3 always survive.
Yeah.
Then in between, those things are in the garbage dump.
Yeah.
Whatever is not the new one is in the garbage dump.
Pretty much. So.
And most of them with good reason.
Yeah, that's right. It was the Freeze and Shatter, which was kind of neat, and they kind of brought it back to the later ones.
Freeze and Shatter.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's really unfortunate for the Smash Brothers Wii U results. I'm really sad about that had to happen, and
That sucks,
they had
yeah.
to kind of be marred. I'm sorry, by this.
Myers.
Yeah, sorry. Myers.
Shout outs to Nairo.
Myers. Shout outs to who?
Nairo.
Nairo. Okay.
That's Come on, boy. I think he did pretty good. He got like 15 or something.
Doubles, and yeah, there was Armada. Basically, Armada won both, right? So he won
Yeah.
singles and doubles. It was Team Alliance taking first place.
Ding.
There.
Gonna put that 10,000 towards KI at Evo. That's what I'm talking about.
Ally and Leo, first and second place,
Dang, really?
also teamed up, and they won the doubles tournament here
Wow.
for Smash Wii U.
That's it. Wait, what was second place? Villager and somebody?
Yeah, Villager and Cloud. It
Oh,
was
Renai Villager.
and Komo Rikiri.
Cool.
Smash 64. Alvin took first place with Pikachu.
Wait, there was some interesting result here. Like somebody didn't make the top 8 or whatever, who everybody expected would, something like that. Isai.
Isai. Oh,
Like
okay.
he's the guy who always does really well,
Oh,
and then
is
he
he?
didn't.
Okay,
he was
okay.
13th place, so that
Okay.
was big.
Okay.
I don't follow
Big
regular
upset.
Smash.
Yeah,
at
there
all.
was also like they even have a combo contest for Smash 64, and like their combo contest is getting so like elegant now
I think I saw one of these.
because like they actually in the training mode for Smash you can spawn any item, right? So now they're doing combos where they spawn the items and they start doing with combos with this item spawn. One person did a combo where they spawned a Bob-omb at just the right time. So they would do the combo, and while the bomb was walking back and forth, it exploded at just the right time to
That's
keep
cool.
the combo going, which was pretty dang
Combos.
sick.
The combo exhibition is a cool idea.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Damn, why don't they do that anymore? And other games, rather. I think that'd be cool.
Street Fighter V, 7th place was Brass with Guile and Zangief. 7th place also PR Balrog with Balrog. 5th place RB Snake Eyes with Akuma, who I think I actually accidentally played on stream because someone named Dragon Eyes played me
that's
with
his name.
Akuma. And like I was trying to do two things at once, so like half the rounds I was just like holding down back, not doing anything.
Yeah.
So like
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so now he's probably like, why is James being such a butt playing me? Yeah, so, but also 5th place was Circa LPN with Urian and Alex. 4th place, ROG Kelvin John with Urian and Armika. 3rd place was Myers, Rodin's Alex Myers with Cami. 2nd place, SD Pinoy with M. Bison and Akali. And 1st place, PG Filipino champ with the top tier character of Dalsum.
Yay.
Yeah,
All
like,
Filipino Grand Finals.
dude, everyone has been complaining about the Fantastic Five in this game, right? And our grand finals
Fantastic fun.
Never heard of that.
Fantastic
James just
Five.
making up names
because
for
there was
stuff.
the Elite Eight, right? So the Fabulous Five.
I never
the
called it the
Fantastic
Elite
Five.
Eight anyway, but
Okay,
alright.
but the grand finals was Dalsum and Bison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After all,
Yeah.
of
Yo,
that.
Pinoy had Bison looking nice.
Yeah, Bison's cool, dude.
He's definitely better this season.
Yeah, but they're probably both towards the lower end still.
Did you see the dunk combo?
Viable.
Did you see the dunk combo where someone actually did the EX head stomp, hit, and then the follow up punch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then it
Pinoy-
bounced to the
Pinoy.
ball.
It launched him into the EX fireball.
That
Like it
Pinoy-
slammed him into the EX fireball.
Pinoy tweeted that on his Twitters, and I retweeted it because I was like, that looks hilarious.
Yeah, I think I retweeted your retweet because that thing was.
That
sick,
sounds about
dude.
right. I saw it and I was like, this is so cool looking. Because I saw a video of it pretty early into the season, but it was like, I hadn't seen it in so long, I forgot about it.
Oh,
And I
okay,
was
okay,
like, oh
okay.
man, this is so
I
this
just
is
never
so
thought I would see it in a match. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. I'm never going to see that in a match. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, snap, he did it. That's cool.
I hesitate to call this a major, but it was
It has
There
some
were a
heavy
lot of
hitters.
strong players.
some really good players there.
Apollo- Apology,
Apology
man.
Chris Terrian, Nick Tanella, Commander Jesse, General Azad.
And some of these matches were
I just
ridiculous.
played General Azad online, actually.
Shout outs to old school
XSK
Q boys.
Samurai, PH James, and BJ Unchained.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really good players. So
Dude,
it's
Nando
impressive.
was here, Kyle P was here, Marn was there,
Snake Eyes
El
was
Cabano
there.
Loco.
I always run into Kyle P online.
Brent is cool. Wow, what happened to Brent? Dang, he didn't do very well here, I guess.
25th, huh?
Unfortunate.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
crews.
crew draft was cool. It was a cool idea.
Yeah. So there
Seemed
you
like
go.
a sick event, man, and that venue looked like it was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
That finals day was
the
real
It
cool.
was the same venue
It
as
looked like
last
it.
time, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. But yeah, no, really
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I like I said, I hesitate to call that a major for Street Fighter, but it was a good.
You know,
strong tournament.
unfortunately, none of us are Smash players, so everything a lot of the stuff that we talk about just does come from the Street Fighter
Yeah.
perspective. But I thought it was really cool that finally a Smash event included Street Fighter. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like, I felt like that was actually a really, like, just a nice thing to happen because a lot of people have talked about it. Like, all the other fighting game tournaments try really hard to include Smash, but Smash never includes any of the other fighting games, and this felt like this was one of the first times that they tried to do that, and I think that's super cool.
It is rare, but
Yeah.
Apex was doing
did
that.
it before, yeah.
I never really think about it like that. I look at events and I never even trip off of it until like somebody else says it. So that's a very good point.
Mm.
Yep.
Well, there
That was
you go.
Genesis 4.
It seemed
Okay.
cool.
Cool. I guess let's just move on to like the next few
Yeah.
things, community games, news, and stuff like that. I need a.
Oh, that's very interesting. Rift Ripper says they mic'd up the players for the doubles tournaments to hear what they said
Yeah.
between each other. I think that's a really cool idea.
That is super neat.
Yeah, they
okay,
did that.
A little bit of coaching in there. That's cool.
Okay,
Man.
okay.
And I think like the first thing that happened.
Jesus. Sorry. That
Why was that?
Oh,
don't know.
I'm gonna type in the chat.
That was.
Oh, was that Hell Pockets for
Headphones
reacting
off.
to KOF?
Yeah, this was Hell.
Headphones off.
Sorry. That was Hell Pockets going nuts.
Too late.
On SDR cast. Sorry.
Is that because KOF got announced?
Yes. That was because KOF got announced. Sorry.
That's like the entire KOF community right there.
I know, right?
Oh boy.
Damn. Shots.
Dude, my roommate showed up to Wednesday Night Fights to play KOF. He was super excited. They just didn't run a tournament. No announcement, nothing. There just wasn't a tournament. I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
That sucks, man. I want to see a lot of high
Like-
level KO. It's so
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
unfortunate.
good to see, man.
Beyond the Summit has announced that the next Smash Summit is going to be taking place in spring this year.
Cool.
Dude, you know what I'm waiting for? Street Fighter Summit.
Wasn't that what Rick wanted to do?
I really want them to do a Street Fighter Summit. And then when Marvel comes out, then to do a Marvel Summit. That would be too good. The Summit events are so perfect for fighting
Those
games,
are
I
pretty
think.
cool.
Right.
Okay, I didn't think about it like
Also
that.
announcing that the Skullgirls second Encore patch is
Sick.
now available. So lots of balance changes, improvements to the lobbies and stuff. So yeah, lots of cool
Awesome,
stuff
man.
to
I love
that.
that they
So-
keep the support going for that.
Yeah. Well, I
So
mean,
cool.
I heard from Mike Z that he said that it's probably going to be the last patch
Mm.
for a while.
Okay.
Because I think now they're going hard into
Their new game, right?
Indivisible.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the things they finally so they announced the release date for Tekken, but they also announced that DLC orders, pre-orders, you will get Eliza, or as the trailer calls her, Eliza.
Yeah, right?
And they showed the trailer today during the
Evo announcement, yeah.
So
I mean, she originally started in Retribution, which is a
Yeah.
DLC only game.
Yeah.
And Harada even like said, he's like, "Yo, we don't even know if we're gonna see this character again." And of course, like they did just announce a date, but like I said, if you get the collector's edition, or you pre-order now, you get her for free. And they actually showed like gameplay. She has like fireball. She has like EXs, which
She's
I
a
actually
dive
noticed.
kick.
Yeah.
dive kick. Yeah.
So she has
Very
EX
interesting.
moves like Akuma, and to me, it was very similar because she has like a projectile, and then I saw her do like jump in attack, boom, uppercut, and I was like, dang, it looked very similar to me like Akuma's play
So
style.
she actually plays more like a. So they may be creating a Tekken exclusive character that appeals to the Street Fighter players.
That's what it
as
looked like to
well.
me. And
And she-
as somebody that's exactly their audience, I was like, this character looks like somebody I should play.
Because the interesting thing about it is most of the time Tekken, like, obviously they defy physics, right? But like in a way that's still kind of like obeying realistic kind of movement. But
Yeah.
like Eliza's literally jumping backwards and dive kicking.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
she's
was-
a vampire. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, so let me tell, alright, so I went into Rip's stream yesterday and I was
All
like,
right.
yo, Eliza got announced, what's the lore? And Rip had no, like, his answer was so whack. Can you explain to me the lore
Just a
behind
vampire,
She's
dude.
just a vampire
She's just a
chick?
vampire. But in Revolution, you can make her boobs bigger if you like get throws and stuff. It's really weird.
Alright, well, that's good lore. Alright, there it is.
They're getting
I
bored.
thought she was like somebody's sister, cousin, brother,
To my knowledge, no.
Former
And
roommate.
I played a nice chunk of
Mishima,
Revolution.
Devil Gene, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they didn't even tie it into the Devil Gene. That seems like it's pretty obvious.
Right, that's what I was like, alright, I could kind of see it. That's
Oh, yeah.
as much plot as we got, huh? Just a bunch of big old plot.
She falls asleep.
Oh yeah, she falls asleep.
I mean, is that part of the mechanic, or is that only win poses and stuff?
No,
like
no,
that?
she actually falls asleep.
Yeah, she did it underneath some.
That's
somebody's
right.
attack.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah.
like a
Sick looking.
stance.
Interesting.
Is it
Sleep stands? Oh, I
That
might
is
be
kinda
about
cool,
that.
actually.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of,
I
It
get-
sucks because there's a character with a lot of stances that's not announced for that game yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Long.
Oh,
Why we
yeah.
love that.
Is that your boy?
No, not
The
my
stance
boy,
master.
but
He
he's
is
a
a stance
really
character.
cool character.
Oh,
and he's a
okay,
stance
Super
character.
stance.
Because I remember him in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. He had like
He had a bunch
80,000
of
stances.
yeah,
and
cross-
He
that
had
as well.
he had the second largest next to Yoshimitsu moveless wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
if he's not in
Tekken-
the game and they have Eliza with this lay down stance thing, that might be the coolest stance.
Tag Anarchy says, and I have no way to corroborate this, that it just passed up on the thing there.
Sure.
Eliza, is that how it's pronounced, or it's Eliza?
Eliza or
Eliza,
Eliza?
yeah.
The game said Eliza. I don't know. Anyway, she's a vampire kept under wraps by Lily. Sometimes Eliza gets free. She's also narcoleptic and passes out in some of her moves.
Dang. All right.
Cool.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Character.
But yeah, the game was so Tekken 7. Finally, the release date was announced.
Yes.
It was June 2nd, and again,
Hella far.
it's a lot later because it used to be early 2017, and then all of a sudden the early part disappeared.
Just kind of disappeared.
If you think about the year as two halves, it's in the early half.
If you
I like the way you think.
Good work.
Yeah. So
Also, it's real close to Injustice,
Really close.
Which
2
I
weeks
think-
after Injustice.
I think is
yeah.
super rough
That
because
does suck.
Yeah.
Injustice is gonna kill it. You know how Injustice is. That game is
Yeah.
gonna sell 1 billion
They both will
copies.
sell a billion copies. Question
Well,
is,
no,
are
because Tekken Tag 2 did not sell a lot of copies. Did not have.
Oh,
the same
that's
kind
true,
of
actually,
success.
yeah.
So
didn't
my
do as
hope
well.
was that
Oh, you might
Tekken
be
would come
right.
out earlier and then sell hella copies, and then NRS
That's everybody.
would
That was everybody.
sell hella copies, and then at the end of the year, Marvel sell hella copies. Everybody's happy. But now they're so close to each other, right? That's like the concern for
Huh.
me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, but as they said, as Harada said, basically it was like they're still trying to get everything set properly, so they didn't want to release a game that didn't quite meet up to the standards that people were expecting.
I understand
So they
that.
wanted to make sure that they released a complete product that
Yeah.
was of as high quality as they could.
Plus, everybody's already played Tekken 7. You know?
Even if you don't have access to it, and then of course they have.
Just go to
vanilla.
Japan. It's really easy. I did it. Just go play. It's not that hard.
Actually, you know what? You're like the one person who legitimately can say, like, I just did it.
I think of
'Cause
all the
you-
English-speaking North Americans in the world, I played the most Akuma in Tekken 7.
Well, that was at the Wizard World event.
I played Wizard World and I played him in Japan.
Right.
So when the game comes out, you know who's Akuma stream to go to.
Punko.
Yeah.
That fool, yeah.
Or Rick Stevens. I saw that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the classic DLC costumes for the characters.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Yeah, that was super sick.
Yo, dude, they brought back some of the dopest
It
outfits.
was like Jin from 4, right?
Yeah, it was like Jin.
Oh, that was a cool one.
Man,
Yeah.
and then they brought back Tekken 2 Business Casual King.
That was pretty
Oh
sick.
man, he got the suspenders.
And then like the loose tie. and
Yeah,
everything.
man.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, I legit, you sneaky bastards. I was legit there talking about this. I was like, yo, man, if Tekken 2 King was back in there, that'd be godlike. Great job, guys. I'm happy.
They did it just for you. Steve.
I hope so.
They
Shit.
did it just for you. Okay. Also,
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Rivals of Aether has become available. Well, will become available for purchase on Steam at Marvel. On March 28th. On
Marvel
March
also
28th.
comes out on Steam in March. So
Oh,
you're
that's
on the
right.
right track.
That's right.
Wow.
I had forgotten about
I wonder
There you
what
go,
that's gonna do
James.
to the game.
Segue.
Probably help it.
But yeah, Rivals of Aether, of course, is a 2D graphics kind of Smash clone.
Platformer.
Game's
Platformer.
fun.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, for sure.
It's been at a lot of fighting game events
Yeah.
for people to play, and it's going to be officially released on March 28th.
Cool.
And then another event news, which is awesome, very much deserved. Combo Breaker has been announced as a premier event for the Capcom Pro Tour. What that means in terms of auto qualifiers, we don't know.
Yeah, they haven't
but
announced that there's still
Sure,
auto qualifiers.
Yeah,
or not.
but it is a premier event, so I think that's super cool. Definitely deserved. Combo Breaker
Yeah.
is one of the tournaments to go to if you could make it to any tournament.
Yes.
That to me is like the Street Fighter V being an Evo announcement. It's like the biggest duh they could probably make. That should definitely be there. Combo Breaker
right.
being a premiere event. You guys are all reading the lore.
Yeah, okay,
Eliza was born more than 1,000 years ago. At some point, she decided to take a small nap, but her 40 winks turned into a Rip Van Winkle-style slumber that lasted for hundreds of years.
I'm not sure I can believe this.
During
Yeah,
her
the Rip
sleep,
Van
the
Winkle
estate
part
of
kinda made me
Lily
check out.
Rochford's family was built atop her resting ground, leaving her imprisoned. Her official bio.
What?
Well, I have no way to corroborate that.
that sounds like fighting game lore to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess
Look,
it
I
does.
mean, to be honest with you, from what I had known about Tekken, like I was very tangentially, exposed to Tekken. I always thought it was like a really serious game. Then Cross Tekken came out, and like all the characters were like super goofy, and I was like, "Is this
That's
how
a
it's
Street
supposed to
Fighter
be?"
thing. It's super. That's a super.
Oh,
Street
was
Fighter
it
thing.
actually? Because everyone told me like actually like Paul like is actually pretty goofy.
No,
like,
he's
him and-
super goofy, but it happened from 2 to like 3 when he was like he started believing in aliens or some stupid shit. Yeah, I don't know whose idea that was, but yeah, like
Most
besides
of the lore is throwing kids in volcanoes and killing wives and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could corroborate that, but it's the lore.
it's the lore.
I have decided.
Oh man.
Paul alien ending. That's funny.
yeah, dude, it's so he's like you stupid aliens, and then it zooms out to the planet, and there's actually like UFOs coming to. I'm like, oh god, come on, dude, I'm so serious.
Tekken.
Why
What
did
is
they
your
do that? I don't
evolution?
even get. You know, Paul was
9
originally
donation
like
updates.
a rival of fucking Kazuya. Like they legit was like fighting all the time.
Currently in first place is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 at $3,248.
Okay.
Second place is now Killer Instinct with $2,777.
Ooh, is the separation beginning?
No.
In third place is Pokken with $1,750. With only a $40 lead, fourth place is Windjammers at $1,090.
Cool.
Over fifth place, which is Arms at $1,050.
Let's go Arms.
Sixth place is Skullgirls with $500. Super
Telling you, man.
Turbo's in seventh place with $368. Eighth place is still Mortal Kombat XL with only $35 from the same 3
Shame.
donors. And Nidhogg still has $30 from the 2 donors.
So those $35 went right in the grave. Might as well just
No,
dug them under.
no, it went into a good cause. It's all for a good cause.
Just donate the money, you know. Like maybe somebody.
Donate.
It's tax season, I guess. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe somebody was like, I gotta get these write-offs, man. As they're like, all right, $35. What am I gonna spend it on? And here was an opportunity.
Donate
All
to the Free
people in
Cadillac
all
Foundation.
the people in the chat right now trying to say like Arms or Riot right now. Well, you got to donate money to win the Arms race, right? I mean, come on.
Damn it.
All right,
I'd hella commentate that game.
I have nothing left to report on.
Free Cadillac.
Yeah, it's January, aka tax season. When do you guys do your taxes? Come on.
You know, if you're a freelance commentator, you have to wait for everybody to send in their
Oh
thingamajigs.
God.
It
Yeah.
takes forever, so you do them in like March or April.
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 I'd love to do them right now.
I always remember the Simpsons scene where Ned Flanders is like rushing to put his taxes in. You guys don't remember this?
I don't remember this episode.
Yeah, he was like rushing to put his taxes in, and it was like January 10th.
Oh yeah, actually we should probably mention that. I mean, what happened to Aris?
Oh,
You got free Cadillac, free my boy Cadillac.
so free Aris. Apparently, like he wanted to stream Resident Evil VR, which I have. That game's, oh god, it's so cool.
I'm so terrified.
I can't
to
even
try
be
that.
involved.
Dude, you guys don't even know.
I
like,
don't want to.
He
Man.
wasn't. He
You know
wasn't
what?
streaming.
He wasn't streaming Resident Evil,
No,
but
no,
he
no.
wanted to, and apparently, I think he read someone's email.
Let me tell you what happened. So
Okay.
here's what happened. Aris was streaming a video game, and he's been streaming like all the Resident Evil games to get ready for Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
Somebody donated, and you know he has like the thing where it reads the donations out loud. So it read out loud like apparently what was a Resident Evil 7 spoiler for like for the
That
game.
is a bummer.
That's what I heard
So
too.
no one knows if it was a real spoiler or not because it was like before anybody, like a lot of people played the game, right?
Yeah.
So someone donated that. So Aris got pissed and then read the guy because you know when you donate to someone you can see their email.
Right,
They send
yeah,
it from. So he read the guy's email out loud, which is against the Twitch TOS for doxing. So he got banned. I don't know how long it's for. I don't think he knows how long it's for
He
yet.
thought it was supposed to only be for 24 hours because he was talking like he was surprised that he was still banned right now. I think so.
Yeah, and what the biggest bummer about it is that Resident Evil 7 came out, and that was
The
obviously
timing.
going to be the big stream for him.
Bad news.
You know,
That's a lot of lost money, honestly.
yeah, for sure. It's a bummer. But he'll come back, and the most exciting thing to me about Cadillac getting banned
Someone's saying that it even was a dummy email account.
Yeah, it was not like the guy's legit email. It was like some fake Hotmail account or something. It's apparently the rumor. But the best
Hotmail's never real.
Best part to me is that like as soon as Aris comes back, right? Imagine the material he's gonna have about this banning. It's gonna be pretty good, I think. It'll be, and he's not playing Resident Evil 7. He's waiting to play it until he can actually stream it.
And the thing about it is too, when he comes back though, he's gonna get hella donations.
Yeah, man.
From his fans who are like, you know, screw that guy. Here's a bunch of donations. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll be in a. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it just sucks that he got banned. He shouldn't have read the guy's email, but
yeah,
you know, it is what it is.
I think it's a really interesting question that I kind of am thinking about writing an article on. Just like the legality of, I mean, his business is to stream via Twitch. Are there any legal obligations that should force on Twitch? I don't think there are any, but should there be any that would force Twitch to have some kind of joint agreement with him in some way, that there's like some better mediation or something? I don't know. I just feel like there's some interesting legal questions there.
That's true.
I mean, it's in the future, if things keep going like how they're going, everything that we do in order to express ourselves is going to be on some privately owned platform.
Yep.
There's no like actual town hall anymore anybody goes to. So I don't know. Just an interesting question. You know, legally.
It's your job.
It's my job to think about this stuff.
Yeah. Cool. It's an interesting topic.
I also want to wish everybody a early happy Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
It's coming up this weekend, so I'm going to be heading home to my parents and having a wonderful the annual Mama Chen feast.
Nice.
Sick.
She always cooks so much food, and like everything is always like the.
What does she make?
So there's like she makes the sautéed shrimp. She makes lion heads, which are basically Chinese meatballs, basically.
That sounds amazing.
It was like a thrice cooked pork or something like that. It's super good.
Do you really cook it 3 times?
I don't know how it's cooked, actually, to be honest with you.
Thrice times.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the rice. I don't know why I bothered. As soon as while I was talking, in my mind I was like,
I can tell you didn't want to say
it's
it.
not worth it. But it was too late. It would have been weird if I cut it off in the middle. So anyway, continue.
Yeah.
I like the commitment.
But
Yeah,
no,
dude.
it's a lot of good food. It's a lot of good stuff there. Like she always makes these dumplings, and then like it's just all sorts of just yummy. I'm so excited.
Gonna have a
That
lot of
sounds great,
leftovers.
man.
You're gonna have a lot of leftovers, Gene?
That sounds cool.
She usually does give me a lot of the leftovers. So. And then of course there's also going to be a steamed fish that we will all take one bite out of, and then you cannot eat any more of it, and you put it in the fridge.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
And then you eat it the next day, because the word for fish sounds something like prosperity. So you take one bite out of it, you put it in the fridge, and you save the prosperity for 1 year to the next year.
Oh, okay.
Are you not supposed to eat all the food?
No, you can eat
No.
all the food. It's just the fish.
Okay.
It's just the fish, because the word sounds kind of like that. So, yep.
Okay.
Dude, I like every year I've always taken pictures of the food and like put it on Facebook. Like almost every year, dude. It's
So that sounds cool, man. Have a good time.
That's amazing. It's amazing.
GTO Akira, yeah, he's been saying.
Yeah,
Haku, one of
Haku.
Momochi's students, has qualified for the Topanga League. And
Oh,
he
that's
is
right. That's
a
right.
15-year-old
Bison
person that's
player.
pretty young. He's a Bison player. Interesting.
Yeah, Momochi doing his thing, trying to
Yeah.
craft some strong
The
players.
little foxlings.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah,
Alright.
cool, man. Anything else to chat about?
Not that I can think of. I know last week we didn't. I know people want to ask me about AGDQ. I haven't had a chance to talk about that.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Did you have
I
a good
don't
time
know.
there?
Yeah, I did. It was really, really, very, very cool. It
Nice.
was very cool, and actually,
You seem like you were really enjoying yourself.
dude.
sure.
When I was there, like. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, honestly, a lot of people are like, "Wait, what the heck is that James Chen there? Like, was there any announcements or anything?" Like, I literally was just going there as incognito as possible. But the only way I could get a ticket, because they were sold out, was the volunteer, right? So I was like, all right, I'll volunteer to do reading, some hosting stuff. And I tried to be incognito there too, because like so what they do is
You like didn't tweet that you're gonna go on there or anything?
yeah, I didn't do anything. And then
Right.
not only that, but the people the donations that you read are given to you by filters. Basically, they're people who
Yeah,
look at
somebody
all the
hands it
donations,
to you, yeah.
and they like put them all. They have this really cool system on it, right? And one of the first ones they gave me to read was like, and is that James Chen on the mic? Like at the end of it. So I'm like, thanks, blah, blah, blah. And is that James Chen on the mic? And I was like, okay. Like, I tried to play it off.
Didn't
and then
work,
GDQ tweeted a picture of me, and they're
Yeah.
like, "It is James Chen, right?" And then not only that, but then I got a tweet from someone who's like, "The fact that the person on GDQ hosting duties right now doesn't know who James Chen is, like, he should be ashamed of himself." And I was like,
What?
oops." But no, I did those couple of things, and then the Tazbot guys were like, "Oh, we need someone who's like recognizable. Can you help us with the Skype call thing that they did?"
Yeah.
Right.
And then I was asked to help like do this thing towards it. It's like I didn't like none of that was planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just went there to go read some donations and
That's
just
cool,
be with
man.
that. But you know, they wanted me to help, and I felt kind of bad because like I didn't want to be like, "Hey, look at me,
hear
I'm
you.
getting in all your things,"
Yeah.
you know, and stuff like that.
Well,
But,
they asked
like,
you to, so
yeah, they asked me to because I felt bad because there's a lot of like, I would say like 80% of the speedrunning community has no idea who the hell I am, right? And I just didn't want to be like, why do they keep putting this schmuck
I hear
on
you.
camera,
Yeah.
you know? But
How
it
did
was
it feel to talk on Skype over 2 Nintendos and a Super
dude,
Nintendo?
that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Man, it
Crazy,
did something
man.
weird to your voice. Like, I knew it was you,
Oh,
but when I
really?
was listening, I was like, why does that sound so... I think it was just the fact that it was
8-bit
AGDQ. AGDQ.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Like,
Yeah.
it really messed me up. I was like, listening, I'm like,
Yeah. But it was really cool. It was really cool. I was happy to be there. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
sounds
lot
great,
of fun. It was great meeting a lot of people there, and it's you know, as much as we talked about Evo being a celebration of fighting games and stuff like that, like AGDQ is literally just a celebration of like video game talent.
Yeah.
And it's just like to me it's the coolest thing, and it's for a good cause. They reached $2.2 million,
that's a
They
lot
sure
of
did.
money.
which means that all the AGDQs combined have earned more than $10 million now. They crossed the $10 million mark,
There you go.
which is really, really awesome. So
Very cool.
it was really fun. It was fun. I mean, like I said, I was really mostly there just to support friends and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Are you going to go back next year?
I want to so bad.
I actually wanna go. I think
so
it'd be cool.
badly.
We gotta have you read in the Tetris block, man.
Dude, I want to practice for the Tetris. Like,
Dang.
I actually, if I can get to the point where I can get myself a Grandmaster 3 board, like I 100% will start streaming myself trying to get to Grandmaster
That'd be sick,
level.
man.
James training for
Once a week,
AGDQ
man.
Nationals.
Go back in. It's like, back on the trail.
You know, for a while I was trying to work on a Third Strike speedrun,
Mhm.
just to see. I don't know. It's really hard, actually.
The fighting.
Fighting games are just hard because there's just
Yeah.
so much randomness.
Well, the fighting game speedrun I wanted to do was going through the entire Street Fighter Alpha expert training mode in as little time as possible.
That's not random, right? You just
Yeah,
do the
combo
combos.
And there's like
That's a cool
there's
idea.
little ways to cheat it too. Like for example, like one of them would be like do spin kick, and then the next task is do the spin kick super, and so you can actually do spin kick and then cancel into the fireball super and then cancel into the spin kick super, and that's when it switches over and it instantly like registers. Like there's like little
That's cool.
tricks like that. So like I was thinking about doing something like that. So I think that would be kind of cool.
Okay. What do you think about the ban on
Oh God.
Teabagging?
They said they took it back, though.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Oh,
but
they took it back. Oh, okay,
there
okay,
was a ban on teabagging, and yeah. What this is at the KI World Cup. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it was.
I think it's dumb.
Dumb.
Stupid.
So dumb.
I mean,
Why would you say don't taunt your opponent? They actually give you an option to taunt in the game. So you saying you can't taunt somebody, saying you can't do something that's already allowed in the game that does nothing except for mental damage.
Yeah, and the Ultra is like the worst, most annoying taunt ever. Like you can take
Right.
up like a minute of somebody's time.
And did you?
Oh, you're gonna look at this.
Yeah.
Ultra,
Did you see
ultra.
Yeah.
Did you see the beginning? Did you see the beginning of the Li Joe and PR Balrog match
Sure
today
did.
at King of the Hill?
Mm-hmm.
It was
First thing
lovely.
to do was that backdash, and they just started teabagging.
It was great.
It was terrible. I can't believe
Delinquents. The
Yeah.
thuggery.
Think about some of the best, funniest fighting game moments of the year. It's like stuff like that, right? Like think about Knuckle Do all year at CPT, right?
Dude,
It's super
and
entertaining.
he said it
Dude,
himself.
last-
It's a part of his gameplay.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
takes
think about
away from
Sonic
the other
Fox,
person.
dude,
right?
last year at the KI World Cup, that Riptor match was like the most entertaining thing because all they did was teabag each other.
They were doing crazy, silly stuff like that. Yeah,
It was
come on.
mating rituals and stuff like that. dude.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
yeah. We did National Geographic commentary
Yeah,
over it.
that
Oh,
shit
man.
was
That
so
was
good.
super funny.
That was amazing. amazing. Dude.
Yeah,
So-
I'm glad that they went back on that. I think that's
Yeah, I'll
cool.
say for the record, by the way, everybody talks about Knuckle do teabag. The speeds at which Sonic Fox teabag.
That's not even human.
Absurd.
That dude
He
is a teabagging
destroys
cyborg. Like it's just like
anybody. Yeah.
activate teabag.
He's like one frame
It's like
teabagging,
teabag.
right?
It's just like
teabagging
this.
speed is on another like
It's
that.
last one frame, dude.
That fool has definitely gone into training mode and like figured out the most effective teabagging.
I think you're right.
You
Like,
want to try
there's
these
no way he
combos?
did-
No, man. It's teabag
I
practice,
think you're
baby.
right.
One hand, blindfold.
Like he moves
They-
across
no,
the
they
floor
better-
towards you while teabagging.
I know, I've seen it.
He's
yeah,
crazy.
like it's down toward. Like
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's
he's brrrr, he's the best.
GTO Curious now says that I guess they probably said that they considered it. They were saying that it was just a troll before, but nah, they were.
They
pretty
were
dead-
serious.
They were pretty.
But it was
serious
actually
about it.
enforced last year. They just didn't. They had no way of like being like, hey,
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it was
Definitely
enforced last year,
teabagging.
but there was teabagging. There was a lot of teabagging at the KI World Cup.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: it was a stupid idea. And,
I mean, if they had
I'm
said,
glad it got fixed.
come
Look,
on, guys.
it
we're
happened
teabagging.
because someone teabagged and taunted, and then the other guy like had threats of violence or something like that. To the
You
guy
just
who
ban
did
the
it.
dude who's threatening people
Right,
with violence.
exactly. You
You're
don't-
playing a
Very
video
simple.
game,
You
and
don't
this
take
guy wants
everybody
to get
else's
physically
fault.
violent. Come on, dude.
That guy needs to just be banned. It's very simple.
So you're just gonna like that shitty Batman vs Superman movie? I'm on my way to your house right now. That's stupid.
That's like
I mean, it would
threatening-
make sense, but
Yeah.
it's stupid.
Yeah.
That's like threatening some guy in Excellent Adventures because he double perfects you.
Yeah, dude.
And his name's two turntables.
And I mean that. And I mean that.
That guy came into my chat and was like, "Yo, I heard Steve's coming for me. He'll never find me." I messed that guy up. I was like, "Damn."
The internet is a dangerous place. Get
Man,
away
we didn't
with
talk
murder.
about. We haven't talked about that. We were on Excellent Adventures.
That's right.
Oh
You
yeah.
weren't the only one on Excellent Adventures.
Dang, what does that mean?
I wasn't on it,
Oh, all right.
but you weren't the only one.
There it is. All right. We went on Excellent Adventures.
Yeah.
That video's out already, right?
Oh, they posted 3 of them already.
3 of them are
Yeah,
posted.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I think there's one more.
There's one more.
There's
that
one
is
more video.
Very different from the rest of the videos.
But
you guys will get to see it.
those are the
Still about
ones.
video
That's
games,
still that's
No, yeah.
that's still on the subscription only for the subscribers.
Yeah,
right?
so only the
None
people.
of them are on YouTube yet, right?
No, 3 of them are on YouTube.
3 of them on YouTube.
Three of them
okay,
have been
okay,
posted
okay,
week after week.
okay.
So the first one was Steve's episode, in which he got double perfected by 2 turntables online.
And a microphone.
I was so scared, dude. I was sitting there and I was like, man, Steve's
Was it a
episode.
Mika player?
It was
No, he
a
was playing
Karen
Mika.
player. I was playing
That'd be
Mika.
funny.
So I was sitting there, right, and I was like watching Steve's episode, and I was like, dang, Steve's episode is super funny. How am I ever gonna like have an episode comparable to this, right? Like, there's no way my episode's gonna be better. And it ended with him getting double perfected. I was like, I'm fine. Like, no matter what I do on there, I won't get double perfected, right? So it's not gonna be as bad. So first episode was Steve, Mike, and Gutex. Second episode was me, Mike, and Gutex. Third episode is the 4 of us. And the last episode will get posted next week. You guys will get to see it.
Whoop.
So yeah, it's pretty good. Go
Yeah,
check it out on
spoilers, man.
Cross
Come
Counter.
on.
What do you mean
Just kidding.
spoilers?
It's out already.
Yeah, 3 of them are out. One of them is not, unless you went to the website and subscribed.
Yeah, you have
But
to
yeah.
subscribe.
People keep tweeting me or coming into my stream and being like, "Man, you guys' Excellent Adventures is really cool and stuff." So
That's awesome.
thanks for that. I think we are the first season 2 guests,
Oh, very cool.
so we got to play it. Yeah, it was really fun. Hopefully you guys liked it.
All right.
Yeah, and I did that episode with Logan Salma too, where I just talked trash on him the whole time. It was really
All
funny.
right, right.
Yeah,
But that was like where you were just.
It was at Capcom Cup.
Yeah, it was at
Yeah.
Capcom Cup. Like it was in their hotel room or something like that, right?
Yeah, it was super funny. I just like walked in and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?" And they like handed me a mic and they're like, "Commentate this match," and I was like, "All right." I just did.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
All right.
That's about it.
Okay. Cool. Thanks guys for tuning in, everybody. I
want
know.
Chinese food now.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm kind of hungry right now. I'm not even gonna lie, dude.
All that Chinese feast talk, all I was thinking was like, "Damn, that
Dude,
all sounds
I'll
good."
show you guys the pictures after we're done.
Woo.
Dude. Like,
Oh,
I'll
that
show you
sounds-
pictures of the stuff because my mom makes the same stuff every year because
Okay.
it's like tradition.
Sure, yeah.
Like that, so. But it's great stuff. Great stuff. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot for hanging out, everybody. By the way, ESL King of the Hill is still going on, and it will be going on next week as well. I think it's you two. commentating?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
it is.
next
Yeah,
week.
it's the Steves. They'll be commentating there.
Did
and
they
it's-
announce the people?
They did. It's
Okay.
Justin Wong and it's Smug. And of course, K-Brad is still King of the Hill, so it's those
Dude,
3
K-Brad
players.
is undefeatable.
That guy
can't
beat
believe it.
PR Rog today.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to go differently, but then he had 5 straight to close it
I
out.
couldn't believe it.
That was
Good
a good
work.
set. That was a really good set.
For sure.
Yeah. Justin Wong versus Smug. Man, Steve and I are gonna lose it.
Dude, that's gonna be
That's gonna be
that's
so
gonna be
good.
hype.
Yeah.
That's
And
gonna
then
be
winner
super
plays
hype.
plays K-Brad.
Yep.
Can you imagine K-Brad talked all that trash on Echo Fox and how he's gonna beat Justin Long?
Dude,
Oh,
I asked him in
man.
the interview today. I was like, so with all that trash that you've been talking about, are you looking forward to try to play against Justin Wong next week? And his answer was no.
Nobody wants to play against Justin.
He's
in a
like, I
long
can't
time.
beat him in a set. That's
And
what
he was
said.
just talking about how
So,
much new
yeah.
tech he has. I was like, oh man, Justin's about to beat him up, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
what do you think about the Rev 2 Loke test? The patch.
There's a
Oh, that's
lot
right.
of crazy changes.
Yo, Sin is living.
Dude, they took away some of the most
Oh, they bodied
iconic moves in the game. They took away Kai 6H.
They changed it. It's a new animation.
Right, but is it the same kind of move?
It was too good anyway.
Well, yeah.
but
yeah, but
a lot of the changes, and I was actually talking to a lot of people about this. Accent Core was one of the big change games when it came to Guilty Gear, and this feels like the Accent Core of the XR series. Like they changed Eno's. Eno has an air dash, like a levitate. She'll jump and she goes, like, and I was like, holy crap, that's crazy, you know.
Did they do anything important to Potemkin?
Not that I've seen just yet.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen just
But
yet.
Viking-
The low test is still going.
So Viken's going to be interesting. She doesn't have the alpha counters in, where she has more like a KI
Yep.
guard.
Yeah, just
Guard.
like it's really cool. It
Like while block, you can activate a move,
Yeah.
but then it has to get hit again to trigger.
Oh, it's like shadow counter.
Shadow counter. That's what it is. Yeah, it's like a shadow counter.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Call it a guard.
a lot of
Sorry, I
different
was
things
like
that
guard
happen in there.
cancel.
It's a shadow counter, bro.
I
Because
should
that
just
game
call
has
it.
shadow
I should
meter.
just call it alpha counter, dude. 'cause
a
that's-
shadow
Yeah,
counter.
I just call it alpha.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same thing. It's not like
No,
Definitely
it is
it's
a
not
little
the
bit
same.
different because
Yeah.
you do it before you're expecting to block something rather than when you're in blocks.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, you have to be in blocks
blocked on the
first, but like you
activator.
have to get another.
It has to be
Something
another
blocked.
hit, and it has no
Yeah.
invincibility. So if there's like a
Yeah.
3-hit move, and you shadow counter the first move, the second one triggers it, and then the third hit will hit you.
It can, but it depends on the move.
How fast it is,
Yeah, if
how
the move is
fast it
super
is.
fast, it
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
work enough. Yeah.
No, that's a lot of changes to the
Shadow
game.
counter.
Though. Some are like cosmetic changes to like character animations and stuff like that, but they said they're not even done. So, and I'm typically one of those people like I check out until the end. So I will be honest about that.
Yeah,
I don't even
I haven't
like,
seen a lot
and
of
I don't feel like a lot of that stuff is gonna stick. They made some crazy
Dude,
changes.
Millia
Like,
has a different jump H now.
yeah, but the thing is, they changed it in Accent Core where they didn't give her auto knockdown,
Right,
and they changed the
uh-huh.
animation of it, and they was like, well, if you want this one, you have to hold it, and it kind of changed the dynamic of the character. But I know it's like once they said that, they're like, she can't do that anymore. I was like, I know exactly what that character's gonna do now. She's gonna use jump dust instead, just to get the push. Might not get a meaty setup, but you still get the knockdown. Zato, they changed it to where like he doesn't get hard knockdown off of one of like his crazy moves anymore. They gave him like these ridiculous unblockables, and now it's just you can tech after it. But the thing is, now every move he does, like any special move that he does, leaves a puddle. So that means you can get like little idiots.
Eddie can spawn anywhere.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, he can do like I was talking to the beautiful dude about it. He was like, you can do like sandwich mix up now because you
I don't
can.
remember you talking to me about that.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
The
continue.
second beautiful dude.
Okay, continue.
And he was saying like that kind of changes like pressure mid screen. You can do like sandwich mid screen without sacrificing too much space.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of like cool dynamics
That
to it.
sounds
Johnny
really
got
good.
nerfed again. They are like
Wait, what did they nerf on him?
apparently damage got nerfed. Level 2s got nerfed a lot apparently. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's still stuff that's like being tossed around.
Any changes to like make Leo a memorable character? Anything about him like
He got nerfed a bunch.
He got nerfed hell.
Did he really?
Oh.
They like changed like he has like characters in Guilty Gear have like a really good almost invincible 6P and they nerfed it the first time it was good. The second time they made it so recovery's a little different and now they made it so it's just like I don't even know what they want you to do with that move anymore, but
Sucks.
I don't know if it's gonna stick, so I'm just gonna wait till it's
Talk to me
Well,
about
hopefully
Sin.
they'll at least make him look cool. You'll see.
Sin, I think from what I heard, all of this stuff is like just damaging to him. I think it's damage wise though. Nothing too ridiculous.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. I need to go. But like I said, I wait till the end.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Dizzy
I'm-
got buffed.
Well, I mean, she's not. Jam needs to get buffed, right?
I don't know. After that last one, I think Jam just needs to be played a little.
Oh yeah, you think so?
I
Okay,
just think
okay,
she.
okay,
But I don't
okay.
think Dizzy needed any buffs because that character's dumb, and like I just don't think people play her enough to know
Okay.
that
Which
she's
character,
really
Dizzy, you
good.
mean?
Dizzy,
Oh,
she's
really?
really
Oh,
good, and
okay,
apparently
okay.
she's like all nerfed out. So
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they
she's
also
getting
they
buffed.
nerfed Bedman a lot.
Oh
right?
yeah, his 6H is completely different now. It's
Yeah.
crazy. They gave him a new move. It's like a rush punch move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his 6H used to be the one that he would teleport behind you
the
and hit you
cross.
Oh,
from
I've
the
seen
other
that, yeah.
side. So and it's gone now.
Oh, Jacko body. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
they did a lot.
Obviously, you feel terrible about that, right?
Yeah.
because that cackle was like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
crazy.
know.
That
You
was
guys
like-
don't even know. She knocks me down in the corner, and it's legitimately like I'm in a playhouse
Dude,
with like
I-
evil children.
dude,
They're like, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll see you next round.
What was the tournament we just saw? Was it NEC, the one where like someone won with
Oh, that was
Jacko?
KIT.
Like with Gargoyle, that was
KIT,
stupid mini.
where like
Yeah.
literally Leo was stuck in the corner with like
Yeah,
90.
that's what happened.
minions
Oh, I
on
saw
there,
that, actually,
And
yeah.
then he blew them all up and like
Dot Nova
yeah.
went from Potemkin to Jacko.
Smart man. Smart man.
Yeah.
They nerfed Diva? I hadn't heard about Overwatch changes.
Oh, I heard that too.
But they had buffed her a couple of times recently, so
She's a real boring character.
I don't like her myself, but I know a lot of people do.
Yeah,
I think she looks cool.
She's cool.
kinda cool.
She looks cool, but she's real dry.
Okay.
Very boring.
I don't think she
playstyle.
was one of the ones that I messed with when I played.
I don't think so. She's the girl in the tank.
Right. Yeah.
She
yeah.
flies
I
around.
definitely did not use her then. I did not. mess
Yeah.
with her.
Oh, Anna also nerfed. Okay.
Anna was super buff, so it makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining us.
Yeah.
Check it out. Twitch.tv/ESL Tuesday at was it 3 p.m. or something?
Yeah. 3
Yeah.
p.m.
That's where you can see them doing Justin Wong and Smug, and then later K-Brad, and then of course stick around.
Commentating.
Commentating.
Oh, you guys mentioned that there's going to be a different kind of video for Excellent Adventures. I thought that's what we were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then
Those are some excellent
hey,
adventures.
That's what I thought.
I've been streaming a lot. I'll probably be streaming Injustice tomorrow at my normal time, so expect an Injustice stream in the morning.
I'll probably be streaming. I mean, I'm gonna keep streaming as much as I can as well. So I just haven't had a chance because I was busy yesterday, and today I had ESL. So.
Mm-hmm.
I suck because my internet is really bad in my new place, and we're trying to get
Oh,
it
that's
fixed so I
right,
can
yeah.
stream.
When can I come over and at least just try the Resident Evil?
You
Is
come
there,
over
like,
whenever.
Is there a tech
We got
demo?
a P bucket right under you.
Is
It's
there
cool.
a tech demo
No.
kind of thing?
You got to play the game, and
No,
you have to put both headsets.
Because
in.
I just want to make sure I don't get motion sickness.
Oh, snaps.
That's why I want to like,
Damn.
like some sort of tech demo.
I have a new emoticon coming tomorrow.
Okay.
A new set of emoticons.
Oh, you're
It's
doing
wild.
those quad ones.
Oh
wild.
man, it's wild. I
Okay,
can't wait for
okay,
people to
okay.
see. I think it's the most powerful emoticon so far.
No, no,
Most powerful.
Most powerful. It's definitely a very powerful emoticon.
That's a
It's
funny way to
right
put it.
behind Seijam Anime because that's still my favorite. But I think the new one, when you guys see this, I'm gonna.
That's the most powerful.
That is a very
That's
powerful
the most
emoticon.
powerful one.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna submit that soon. I'm gonna submit that tonight, so it'll hopefully be up tomorrow. Usually it's a pretty quick turnaround.
Okay, cool.
But man, if that's up tomorrow, oh god, I can't wait till you guys see it. And then I have some more emoticons in
Oh my
production.
God.
In production right now, I have the
I'm trying,
the
man.
the Hoop Squad graphics department is hard at work creating new emoticons for you guys. So stick around. It's gonna be good.
Okay.
It's so it's so sick. It's so good.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. So watch that. It'll be on twitch.tv/Sayjam. I will be streaming both on twitch.tv, UltraChen, and jchensor. I'm gonna keep swapping back and forth and see how it works out.
Yeah, I've been doing Ultra David now.
Oh, have you been? Okay. The one thing I will also mention though, because I did Dark Souls earlier with Li Joe, so like watch later on. I'm going to try to get some donation goals to fly Joe out, so I can keep doing that. Because
Oh,
that was
sick.
super
cool.
fun. That was super fun. So, okay, cool.
LA Joe.
Yes, the Bell Gargoyle run back. Trust me.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
crazy,
those,
right?
those costumes are
That
sick.
Zenyatta alt is ridiculous.
That's actually really crazy looking. That's
Yeah,
that's
it's really
dope.
good.
Genius. Anyway. Bye.
Peace out, everybody. Peace.